Hello, good evening or good afternoon, should I say, and welcome to this FA Cup watch-along. My name's Sam Davis, and today, myself and Tom Jordan will be watching Burnley versus AFC Bournemouth at Turf Moor. It's the fifth round of the FA Cup, and kick-off is just over 10 minutes away. So Wembley's the place where we obviously want to get to, and we're actually just 2 matches away. It's scary. The teams have been announced. They've been announced twice by Burnley. We'll chat about that. Myself and Tom will go over the lineups very shortly, and kickoff is at 5:30. We'll ask for your 5-word half-time reports whenever that comes, and then we'll be doing the Ted-MacDou-GOAL book. We'll be reminding you of the giveaway that's happening. And then the second half begins, of course, at 6:30. We'll do our full-time synopsis, some 5-word full-time reports from you, and then hopefully, if there's not extra time, we'll be off air at 7:30. Fingers crossed we'll get it wrapped up in 90 minutes, eh? So this is the FA Cup watch-along with Sam Davis and Tom Jordan. It's nice to have you along. Remember to give this video a like if you can. So, Tom, nice to see your beautiful face once again. How are you?
Really well, mate. Looking forward to this one. It's a bit of a, feels like a 3-8, doesn't it, in the Cup? So, yeah, but a decent opportunity, I think, to try and get a hat in for the quarterfinals. Quite exciting.
Yeah, and it is a good chance, really, because we're going to be playing a strong side, as we'll see. We'll come on to our team very shortly, but there's been a little bit of controversy with the Burnley side. Yeah,
weird one, wasn't it? They obviously named Derek Peters in at left back, and Chris Temple was the one I saw that tweeted saying, you know, he should be suspended, and they've come out and said it was an admin error. I'm not sure how you can spell Aaron. I think it's Aaron O'Driscoll or something. Eric Peters, not don't quite have the same ring to it, but no. I know their other left back's injured, so it does feel like they try to get away with one there. But it would have been interesting if we hadn't picked up on that. What would have happened?
Yeah, very much so. So what we're going to do then, we'll have a look at the side that we're going to be facing today. So we'll bring that into the stream now, and there it is. I must admit, some new names for me, but also you've got some that you've heard of and have got Premier League quality. Rodriguez always seems to score against us, Tom, whether it's for Burnley, for Southampton, or whoever. Vidra, of course, was someone that punished us in that 3-0 loss at Turf Moor last season. What are you thinking from the team that is being put in front of you today, the Clarets?
Probably similar to ourselves in the sense that they've gone strong, but just, changed a couple of things here and there. Probably some of their key men, as we have with like Wilshere, for example. They've taken out Tarkovsky. So yes, similar. The goalkeeper I know he was highly rated at Leeds as a youngster, so I think he's decent, but obviously he's no Nick Pope. As you say, the front two, Rodriguez always scores against us. Vidra, I think Vidra and Rodriguez we've both been linked with as well. We've tried to bring both of them in at times, I think, or at least been rumoured to. They'll be a handful. And the lad that I always think is a good player is Dwight McNeil, who will probably be playing off the left-hand side. So I think that'll be a test for Stacey today. But yes, they've got a decent side. I think it's Surridge is going to have to put himself about. They've got two meaty centre-halves, as Burnley always do. But there's not a lot between the two sides, really. It's going to be a bit of an old-school battle in the middle of the park, I think.
Yeah, it is going to be. So let's have a look at the Bournemouth side. You alluded to Sam Surridge being in the side, and there we go. I mean, let's look at it. It's pretty strong in it. So we've got Asmir in goal, Steve Cook, who's alongside Carter Vickers. We've also got Jack Stacey and Rico. Then elsewhere, David Brooks, Jefferson Lerma, of course, Surridge, as you mentioned there, Junior Stanislas. Pearson gets his debut for AFC Bournemouth, and Philip Billing, the goal-scoring genius that he is also there as well. Happy with that?
Yeah, very happy with that. I like the midfield in the sense that I think because you've got Lerma and Pearson there, it allow Billing a bit more freedom to get forward as well, which I think Billing's, we've always said it, haven't we? He's far better when he's got free and he's got some protection behind him. Stanislas and Brooks can cause anyone problems on their day. So, and he's obviously, I thought Meps might come in, but he's obviously potentially wanting to keep a partnership there. We've changed the centre half so much, so maybe he's thinking, I want Carter Vickers and Cookie to get a partnership there. So yeah, quite happy with it really. I just wanted a strong team, but Wilshere not playing, so I'm happy with that. I'm hoping Stanislas will be all right as well, because the right back's Phil Bardsley and he crunches everyone. So I'm just hoping Stanislas. But to be fair, I think we can cause them problems. They've obviously bought a lad in at left back in the last minute who probably wasn't expected to play. Bardsley, like I say, is an aging fullback. I think Stanislas and Brooks could be key to getting at him today and providing that creativity for us.
I actually predicted on Kirk's channel, I predicted that Roro would play, but I thought about it, and I did sort of put a caveat in at the time saying he is a bit lightweight, and Burnley, Sean Dyche, you know what he does to his teams, whether it's a first teamer or someone who's not really a consideration for the first team. He's got them well drilled and they play the Burnley way. I don't want to be using any Burnley Twitter phrases tonight, but there might be some, you never know. But whoever he picks, they're going to be rough, they're going to be tough, and they could have kicked him out of the game, couldn't they? Yeah,
that was my concern really. I can kind of see why he hasn't played. So I'm surprised he's not made the bench, to be honest. But I guess it is a difficult one, isn't it? Because you don't want to look at it too much, because you think, well, Romo might have quick feet to get away from these big lumps. But having said that, it's probably not the best game for him. But equally, he might only be here for a season. When we're going to chuck him in, I don't think it's almost fair on him to just give him 10 minutes now and again. But, we've gone strong, and if Stanislas and Brooks are fit, you can see. I would have definitely played Brooks today, because I think you've got to try and play him into some form as well. He needs to just keep playing, because he's got to find a goal or assist somewhere. I don't think it would have really been any benefit to leaving him out. But the fact he's gone Jane Nansley, for example, and Saidi on the bench over Riquelme is interesting.
And regarding your point about David Brooks, I think he is a player that you need to play into form. I don't think you can drop him and bring someone else in the hope that he's going to up his game or it'll put a rocket up him. I think he needs to actually play his way into form. And he has shown sparks in games, but not maybe shown it consistently for a 90-minute spell this season yet.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think apart from Wilshere, which was understandable because of his injury concerns, and Woodgate knows all about that. He had them himself, so I can see why he's protected him. But I think there's certain things you've got to just keep going with. So that's why I can see now why he's gone Carter Vickers and Cooks. He's probably thinking, let's develop a partnership. It's another chance to get a partnership going there. And then Brooksy, let's play him in the same position. Let's get some form out of him. And Yeah, so I understand it, and I kind of understand taking Lewis Cook out of this one as well, because I think this is a game where you just need some horrible bastards in the midfield. So it's a perfect game for Ben Pearson to come into and see what he's all about. So I'm looking forward to seeing him, definitely.
It's brilliant to see everyone that's on the chat at the moment. All the regulars are here. Cameron's here, Jamie's here, George, nice to see you there. Predictions for today, make sure you get your predictions in and we'll pop them on the screen. We've got Matthew who's going for a 0-2. That's what we want to see. Chris Hubble, as he said, 2-1 away win. Daniel going for a 2-1 Burnley win. Oh, what are you playing at? Jamie does say it is 100% winnable though, and yeah, I think based on the two lineups, we need to take it to them. But it is one of the games, and in a way, there's no pressure on the players today, Tom, but there is pressure on Woodgate.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we made in the League Cup, Carabao Cup, whatever you want to call it. We made a few changes, and so did Palace, and it was pretty similar to this one. Then we thought, it's winnable, but they're favourites, and we got through it on penalties. And then, unfortunately, we had City and just went, right, it is what it is. Similar to that Palace one, it's a team in the Premier League that when they make a few changes, they're not that much stronger than us. And yeah, like you say, Woodgate's gone strong because he knows, he's not going to say it, but I think he wants the job personally. I'll be surprised if he didn't. It's not like he's got offers elsewhere. So he wants to get to a point where he can go, well, look, I've won every game. What more do you want me to do? Surely I've got to have a chance. So, yeah, he'll be wanting them to win. He's put out a decent side and proved that. And I think it'll be quite a close one. I do think it might go the distance.
Yeah, it could well go to penalties. So, we're hoping to all be done by 7:30, but we may not be now. We've had a tweet from George to say, TJ, loved your tweet this morning. And I've got to say, I saw it this morning and absolutely peed myself when I saw it. The club are in a bad place right now. Not mentally. I just mean Burnley. And mate, how many likes on that? 270. Decent numbers there. Superb. But you know what?
Influencer. Hashtag
influencer. I'm not sure if you saw the preview, which Craig did with Andy Hodgson. Yeah. And he said...
Good character, wasn't he?
Great character. And he said that he was in the boardroom when Eddie and Jason were there and made that initial meeting where they basically decided to sign on the dotted line. And he said, you look out the window from Turf Moor and it's terraced houses, it's gloomy, it was grey, we're all eating pies. I wouldn't say it's an unpleasant place to go, but it's certainly different. And it seems to be a bit of snow up there as well, Tom, at the moment.
It's proper set up for a Burnley game, isn't it? And two teams out there. But yeah, I remember seeing yourself, Sam, that the best. I mean, we haven't had very good times at Burnley, but I remember that 2-1 win on the last day. It didn't really matter, but I think it was Callum Wilson on the last kick. I remember seeing you at half time with a beer and we were 1-0 down, going, I just want to get out of here. And then we somehow come back and won it. So that was a good experience. But yeah, it's always odd because you're sitting almost on a bench, aren't you? It's like not comfortable. It's exactly what you expect a Burnley team to be. And I think we're all going to, like you said, make little cliches about Burnley and things like that. The fact of the matter is Sean Dyche, with the budget, he's done an unbelievable job. And he's getting the best out of what he can get. What's the point of them trying to play pretty football? No, they'll get relegated. He's playing to their strengths, and they're a bloody hard team to beat. They're the type of team that, some of the big boys don't like going there. So it's going to be nasty. We got to be up for a scrap. And if we're up for a scrap, you likes of Pearson, Lerma, Sam Surridge put himself about. I think if the boys are up for a bit of a battle today, and if you look at the players we've got out there, the centre halves, the midfield, Surridge up top, we've got a team that I think can mix it, which we haven't said a lot over the years. So I think that fills me with a bit more confidence. But it's weird. Bournemouth v Burnley and no Tyndall or Eddie Howe in sight. Very odd.
Yeah, it's going to be weird, I've got to say. Now, a good point's made by George here, who says, I don't care about the cup if we can't go to Wembley. If you are to know in advance, Tom, that we aren't going to be going to Wembley and there's going to be no fans in there, how bothered are you about this game?
It would be very bittersweet if we got to Wembley and we can go. It would be horrible, but I just want to win football matches, and if you got a chance to get to Wembley, whether we can be there or not, it would still be great for the club, and great for the momentum and things like that. And at the end of the day, Sam, me and you will just have to whack a suit on the watch-along, won't we? We'll go full suit if we get to Wembley.
We're going to do it right then. The teams are out on the pitch then. We're going to have our crowd sounds as ever, and we're going to have a time. They look as though they're just about to kick off. Tom, hopefully we're all about right. We might have to do a bit of a synchronization check.
Philip Billing is currently on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, in fact, I might be a bit ahead of you. I might be a bit ahead of you. So, yeah, it's just looking at Sean Dyche at the moment. So this is what happened last time, but in reverse.
Yeah,
So,
it is, because I haven't seen Deutsch yet, which is a bit
no,
of a,
you haven't. Oh my goodness, mate! You
bit
might
of
have to
a-
restart and see,
I'll have a look,
see
yeah.
how you go.
Now
by
I can see
restarting your
Deutsch.
app. Oh, mate. Well, you might be 10 seconds behind then. So
I'll give it a
we
little
may need
reset.
to, give it a little reset, and then
Why not?
hopefully we'll all be good.
I'm not
Nice
having
to
that.
see all of the regulars here. Hi, Dom. Right, we have kicked off. It is all go then. It's Burnley versus AFC Bournemouth in the FA Cup, and yeah, it's a big, big game, and probably our best chance to get to Wembley in in a long, long time. I think we need a bit of atmosphere, Tom. Don't we? Has to be
What
done,
are we
right?
going to sing?
Don't worry, mate. I'll do it for you.
Come on, boys.
It just makes you miss it that little bit more, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, mate. Yeah, just that. It seems so bizarre. I mean, I feel very fortunate in the sense that I was obviously allowed to go to the 2 games that probably going to be the only 2 games of the season we could go to, and I was there, but it still wasn't quite the same. It was nice to go, but I'll be one of the few really that got to see Jason Tyndall as a manager live. Do you know what I mean? There's not many, which is really bizarre, but and I feel for Jason in that sense as well, because yeah, it's all right, social media and things like that, but I think when things get tough, I think us as a fan base quite good in the stadium of being that 12th man and really, you know what I mean, supporting the boys even through tough times. And I think that would have helped him in the group. And I feel like we had a lot of players that have been underperforming this season. I think we would have given them a bit of a boost, to be fair. But it is what it is. But yeah, it is a weird one. I do definitely miss it, mate. I just can't wait to go. I just don't know when we're going to be able to get back. Really don't.
You saw what happened at the Huddersfield game, and also, to a lesser extent, the Wickham game. But when we were back, it was fantastic, wasn't it? And the players properly put in a shift for us, didn't they?
Well, I think you can say on both them occasions. So obviously, the Huddersfield game was our biggest win, and we battered them. And so you can point that to the crowd being a factor. And also that Wickham game, we were 0-0 for ages. We just didn't look like we can break them down. And then we just got over the line. You never know, but you think, that little boost to the fans, getting, riding the team on. Might have helped us nick something there. So, I mean, it's a weird one, isn't it? But we've had a 100% record with fans in our own stadium this season. And we've also had a 100% watch-along record. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, if we can carry that on, I'd be absolutely more than happy. It's so nice to be able to hear some of these chants in the background. Let us know on chat if it's too loud or too low, because we don't want to drown ourselves out. But come on, let's enjoy this.
That's a banger, that one. That's a classic.
Absolute classic. Hasn't been sang in a while. I was just thinking to myself the other day, the amount of songs that we used to sing that we don't sing anymore.
It's going to be even more now with no Jason already. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that I can call on some of my Liverpool mates for a Rafa chant. That's what I'm hoping, mate. We can dream, can't we? I think I tweeted yesterday. It was something like,
just imagine.
Mark McAdam put that teaser out, didn't he, about the kind of level of managers that wanted the job, and you suddenly start dreaming of people that we only said not long ago on the tier list were probably unrealistic, and you're starting to think maybe they can. And then the next minute I see Harry's gone back, and I remember he said he wanted Terry, and I'm thinking, oh no. So it's going to drag on for a bit. I don't know what you think, Sam, but I think Woodgate will still be in charge for the weekend. I think this will go on till next week, personally. I don't think they look like they're going to rush.
No, I mean, from the sounds of it, no. Especially if we win tonight, I think there's almost less pressure on.
Yeah, if we had lost to Birmingham, I think they'd be panicking.
Yeah, exactly. So if we get a result tonight, I think it'll be fantastic. Woodgate will, probably be in charge for the next game. It just does, give them that little bit of time to make their decision. Apparently, there's a lot of names in the hat. I think Mark McAdam said that there are some world-class CVs that have. Sent their details into AFC Bournemouth, so you're thinking, my goodness, like who have we got? So there'll be a lot of interviews. We don't know where they're happening. We don't know when. I was saying on chat with you, isn't it a bit weird in football that for quite a lot of jobs these days you do some kind of practical, and you get to do a little task or something. And I don't know, in football, wouldn't that just be a good idea, just to have an hour with the players and see how you bond and see how you gel? Or maybe that's just not the done thing these days. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose football's it's so difficult to put football alongside any other job, isn't it? With everything, it's so difficult. Fans always, myself included, get annoyed if like a a player leaves for another club, but you go, well, if you're at Asda and Sainsbury's offered you more money, you'd leave, wouldn't you? It is so different. But I see what you're saying. It is weird how they don't even really get to like meet the group and things like that and see what the dynamic's like. But I think the fact that we've obviously got a lot of people interested will calm the board down as well. I think we don't have to panic here. We've got some options. Woodgate's taken the team. We've won the game. He's done well in press conferences. I think he comes across well. I think the players seem to be getting on all right with him. So it's kind of right. We're happy with Woody taking the job on until we find the right man. There's no point of panicking. I think he can hold his own. Do you know what I mean? Go on, Billy.
Yeah. So, how's your time looking, Tom, on the app where you are?
5 minutes, 10 seconds.
Oh, I'm 10 seconds ahead of you, mate, so I'll have to try to rein it in if I can. I'll be talking people through the coverage, but what we usually find is it does tend to catch up your end, doesn't it? So hopefully it will be okay, but I am for once ahead of you, so it works the other way around compared to the last time, doesn't it? This match is live on BT Sport 1 if you're in the UK, so you can watch it, and of course it's on Radio Solent, but this is a show where you won't be getting anyone sitting on the fence. Did you hear what Willow said about Jason Tindall, Tom, about giving him more time, because there are some winnable games ahead, and you look at the teams that we had just played and think, where on earth are you coming from? Who have we just played? And we didn't get a result against them. Why is it going to be any different?
Well, you know me, Sam. I was all for giving Jason more time, but the way he said it was like, you can't really make that point, Willow. You know what I mean? You can't say after we've just lost to Sheffield Wednesday for the second time of the season that we've got winnable games coming up. Could we have won the game against Birmingham with Tindall? Of course we could have. But, you know, you don't know, and they had to make a decision at some point. I think it'd be interesting to see what they do, but you can't. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I wanted to stick with JT and give him a season, but you can't argue with the fact that they decided to make a change in the position we're in. We won the game straight after, so it's what it is. You can only see what's happened on the pitch, and be interesting to see what they do now. But you know me, I want them to go for a bit of experience if we can.
We seem to be fairly comfortable on the ball at this stage. We've just gone 6.5 minutes in, and we've probably had the bulk of possession, haven't really done anything with it. No chances forged for either side. But at the moment, we're certainly holding our own and just getting a feel of the game. And just really interested to see. Oh, long ball from Burnley, Kel Surprise. That one goes straight to Steve Cook, who clears it badly. That'll be coming on your screen very shortly.
No, I think I've caught up with you, mate. I refreshed it. I think I'm up with you now. I think I might be ahead. No, there you go. Cook's just headed it.
There you go. So it's only a few seconds. So it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
We're in the in that kind of white and teal kit. Is it teal or aqua?
Teal, yeah, I like that teal.
Yeah, I do like that shirt, I must admit. And so far so good. Nothing to write home about. It'd be really interesting to see how certain players play today. Obviously, Pearson, as we said just now, he's the one that we're all looking to see how is he going to slot in, because we're looking for a midfield pairing straight trio to take us through and win all of our games between now and the rest of the season. We won't win them all, but
there's a few in there that Pearson, obviously new player, wants to try and get himself in the team. Sam Surridge will know that Solanke's got an injury and will think this is my chance. Also, both fullbacks, Rico will know Kelly hasn't been on form, and Stacey will know that the first thing Woodgate did was drop him for Adam Smith. So he might feel like, I'm behind Smithy again. He's overtaken him once before. He'll try and do it again. But yeah, Rico, we need a performance from Rico, because every time the left back plays, as we keep mentioning, they're not doing the best. I think he'll be helped by the fact that he's got Stanislas who will put a shift in front of him. And you could see what I said earlier, Sam, that Biddin's definitely the most advanced out of the three. He's getting quite close to Surridge, virtually kind of playing in the similar role that Wilshere did. Wilshere obviously had Lerma and Lewis Cook behind him, but it looks like Billings kind of playing with Pearson and Lerma behind him. But that is a hell of a midfield three, isn't it? I mean, that is some shithousery in there. Get in there with him.
It didn't frustrate you, the fact that JT didn't seem to know his best side? Because that was one of my parts that makes me feel really sad. Hang on a sec, David Brooks on the right-hand side now. He's got a bit of room. Lobbed ball into the box. Should have done better with that. On the edge of the box, though. Low strike, just wide of the post from Stanislas. That was an unlucky effort. A bit of a loopy one there from David Brooks, and it was half cleared. And then Stanislas approaching the edge of the box on the half volley. It was probably about, half a metre wide of the left upright, but the first strike on goal from the ex-Claret there. So, yeah.
Nice little move. Good to see.
It was.
Brooksy and Stanislas kind of coming in a little bit from wide areas and getting involved, because otherwise you don't want Surridge to be isolated today. That was my only worry. I like the team. I thought you don't want Surridge to be isolated on his own up there with two centre halves. But Brooksy and Stanislas getting involved there, which is good to see. And like you mentioned just before that, I think that was really difficult for Jason. He definitely didn't know his best team. I think it's a difficult time then, because I think, do you know your best team? I don't know our best team. Do you know what I mean? I think it is a really difficult one at the moment, because the players are coming in and out of form all the time. And I think I've alluded to it a few times on different pods. I feel like because of the size of the squad and the quality within the squad, Jason got into a pattern of over-rotating and trying to keep him so fresh that he was changing things all the time and we couldn't get any sort of rhythm.
Yeah.
And I think you can see why that happened because of the size of the squad. But you sometimes need to, we saw, didn't we, when we got promoted, we virtually had the same team every week. A lot could be said for that. But
yeah, most definitely. So 10.5 minutes gone so far, and we've held our own so far. We've we've not been too bad, to be fair. Really looking forward to seeing, as I say, if we can start to make some combinations, because at the moment you don't. Oh, great play by Billing there! Wow, brilliant on the left flank to free Stanislas. Hello, there's a counter attack here. As long as the overlap's coming, and Jack Stacey will overlap David Brooks. Go on, Jack. He's pulled it back. Oh, I tell you what, that was nice. I'm
just at Brooksy now.
Yeah, he set Stacey free, and his low pass was intercepted. But nice to see us sort of recklessly attacking forward. Well, the attacks broke down, but
I'd say we're probably edging it. To be fair, they haven't really had a chance, have they? And we've got in there. So yeah, looking forward to Wembley, to be honest. And Jonathan Woodgate's Red and Black Army, mate.
Well, that's right.
Woodgate.
It could well be. Let's have some more noise in the background. We've got a bit generic now, Tom. Well, we might bring out a few Bournemouth chants a bit later on again, shall we?
Yeah.
Go on.
I was just going to say, what would your opinion be if kind of, say we go through tonight, we have a comfortable win over Forest? Would you then suddenly say, you know what, maybe Woodgate can do it? Or do you think that's still a little bit too? It's only 3 games. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I'm not sure. It really is a difficult one, I think.
Oh, Burnley on the attack here. Oh, Chanso blazed over the bar from the penalty spot. Should have done better with that, Stevens. And it was cut back from the byline and blazed over. Some snow coming down at Turf Moor. Not enough for it to affect the game or anything. But like everywhere in the UK gets snow apart from us. Mate, you make a good point, really, with regards to what to do. Or like, is it a case of just you taking your time over the interview process, so much time that maybe it's going to be a couple of weeks, and by that time he'll have a few games in the bag, and if we win them all, he's got to be up there as a serious candidate, you've got to say. But it would be the worst thing if we got, say, a win tonight, a win against Forest, and then a win against whoever it is in the next game, and then a new manager comes in and we play crap and we lose it again. It's a tough situation.
It is tough, and it's one of them, isn't it? Because you'd say, well, he's out the right, but then I suppose it's not like we're getting rid of Woodgate, because I think he will still be at the club. I think, there's still going to be, we're not just going to get rid of, I would have thought that he's still going to be there, and if he's doing a good job, he'll still be in and around the place and be close to whoever the new manager is. But it is a tough one, because if he's doing it all, you think, well, I don't want to change anything now. We keep winning. Let's wait till we lose to a point. But, imagine if we win 3 on the bounce and get Woodgate and say, yeah, we just rejected Rafa because we won 3. It is difficult. But to be fair, I just think the nice thing is we're in capable hands, I feel. Temporarily, we're in good hands. So I like Woodgate. He's coming across well, and I think he's the type of character that will just get the most out of the lads until then. And the fact is, the players at the moment are still playing, thinking, we got to perform it, because you don't know who the next manager's going to be. I don't know if he'll fancy me. So, which always helps. And you always have a bit of a bounce, don't you? But be interested to see what they do. I think we're going to have managers with experience, going to have managers that want to start a new project, younger managers, and it'd just be interesting to see what route we go down. Really will. Have you put your name in the hat?
Yeah, had a message. Do you have graphics for penalties? We'll sort something out if we do. Very good point, actually. Very good point. I might have to just knock some together. I could be a while though, especially if it's a penalty shootout like that one against Crystal Palace. I'll be all night making graphics for it.
Do you remember the after the Palace one? Because obviously that was around that time. That was when you could watch games together. And obviously we done the Watchalong, didn't we, for the penalties, or we recorded it. But I remember the Man City game afterwards when it was 1-1. You started quickly setting some stuff up, and by the time you'd finished and setting it up, they scored.
Yeah, I know. So annoying.
Can't wait for that game.
Absolutely love it. Turf Moor, mate. Yeah, you've been there many a time. Did you like the place?
No, it's horrible.
Sam Surridge is in on the left-hand side here. He cuts it back. Oh, Philip Billing with a left-footed shot just wide of the post. Only slightly. Take a look at that, Tom. Sorry to spoil the
That's good. It's like I'm the replay, aren't I?
Yeah.
Quite good. So, yeah, ball's coming in down the left-hand side. Sam Surridge.
Through the replay.
He cuts it back. Billing. He's probably done the right thing there. He's unlucky. I think if he tries to go more central, he's probably getting blocked. He's done the right thing there, but...
2 shots so far, one right-footed, one left-footed, both in the same spot so far. It would have been very difficult to wrap his foot more around that than what he did, to be fair. But, he got a decent strike on goal. And, yeah, really nice to see us 2 attempts for us. Burnley have had 2, but I don't think theirs have been on target. Well, no, I mean, ours haven't, but certainly been closer than what they have.
Sarah's done well there as well, done all the right things, got himself on the channel, cut it back well. That's what you want to see from him, so that's good. Yeah, 2 attempts each and near 0 on target each. But ours were definitely the 2 better chances, for sure.
What would have been going through your head if you were Sam Surridge after not being selected on Saturday, and then the new guy who's not in good form for his parent club then gets picked ahead of you? What's going through your head?
I think I'd have been frustrated, but I'd have probably thought, you know what, I know Solanke's out, I know he's cup tied, my chance is on Tuesday night, because I will definitely play on Tuesday night. And I do think, to be fair, if Woodgate is clever enough, he would have gone to Surridge and said, look, Solanke's injured, Shane Long's cup tied, I can't afford to lose any more strikers, so I'm going to be playing Shane Long, and then I'm going to be playing you. And it's almost like they've got a game each, haven't they, to see who the main man is. And I think if I'm Surridge, I think Shane Long didn't do an awful lot. If I perform well tonight, I could be knocking on the door. If Surridge scores tonight and plays well, he's going to be in my opinion.
Yeah.
So he's got a good opportunity. And every time we've called upon him, I think he always puts a shift in. So, yeah, I'm happy with him. But, yeah, what we said, Turf Moor, how many times do you reckon you've been to? I've been...
3, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I remember going when Ranty scored.
I didn't go to that one, yeah. That was a 1-1, wasn't it?
Yeah, the club put on about 10 coaches or something. There were 3. I think it's because they were top of the league at the time. Danny Ings scored for them. And that was a great moment, seeing Ranty score. And that was a good point at the time. But then I've seen some horrible ones. Apart from the one I alluded to where you went yourself, where we beat them with Callum Wilson's late goal. I think King got the other. We've just got beat comfortably. I mean, I didn't go to the VAR one last season, but you did.
Right. Don't look at the chat, but apparently there's a penalty. Sam Surridge, he's been hauled down. Is that a penalty? No, it's not. Sam, I don't know. It looked a little bit...
VAR, aren't we?
Yeah, it is VAR, but whether that will be given or not, Sam's holding his head there. He went down. I think he almost threw his body into... Have a look at this.
Burnley
no, he grabs hold of his arm. And he pulls him down. In my mind, from that angle, that's a penalty. So if VAR are taking a look at this, they've got to. But...
That's a pen. Yeah, they've got to give that.
Surely.
Yeah, I'm on the replay. So. That's a pen. Surridge has been clever putting body across, but he's just hooked his arm.
What the hell's going on here? What's going on here? Are they playing on? They're playing on by the looks of it. What the hell's what is it?
You're joking. Not again at Burnley. VAR doing us. I literally just mentioned it to you as well, didn't I?
If the defender's here tugging your arm down and you fall down and that's not a penalty, that guy in Stockley Park, honest to God, mate, Specsavers is needed tomorrow. That's not right.
They're not even looking at it.
Look, what I would say, right, back in the day, if I was a ref, I wouldn't give a penalty for that because it looked like Sam chucked his body in. But in this new culture of VAR that we're in, where they can give a handball against Adam Smith for the ball hitting there, that's a penalty. So,
fact is, mate, I would be I would understand it, like you say. If the ref just went, "Oh, I'm going to have a look," go and have a look, and then he didn't give it, I'd go, "Okay, he's had a look. He's given himself another opportunity to have a look." They didn't even have a fucking look.
Absolutely bizarre. However, we're on the attack again, and Brooks is being freed on the right-hand side there, although the pass was overplayed, so he'll keep it in. But no, he won't keep it in. I thought he had to. I thought he was going to mop up and get the ball in, but yeah. Oh my goodness, mate, that's unbelievable. Dan Hall, good evening, mate. Hope you're all good. We're having a bit of a shocker here, Dan, aren't we? That should have been a penalty. What does everyone think? Should have that been a penalty? Should have it? We think it should have been. But
it's one of them, mate. If that's in the middle of the park, that's a free kick all day long. And I cynically, I think that Burnley would get a penalty there. You know what I mean? The home Premier League side, but I don't understand why it doesn't look like we've really looked at it. Like the ref hasn't looked. It doesn't seem like anything's happened.
It's not even gone to like the screen where it's like they're not even contemplating with it. And you know what? From one angle, it looks as though Sam just chucks his body in front of him and then makes a meal out of it. But from the other angle, behind the goal, you can clearly see he hooks his arm around Sam and pulls him down. Now, Sam probably felt that contact, so went down with it. Just with gravity, it may have looked like he was being hauled down. But for me, I don't know. To me, it just seems a bit dodgy. By the way, if you're new here and you want AFC Bournemouth content, or you're a fan of another Championship club, or even Burnley in the Premier... Oh, again, this right-hand side, mate, we're getting so much room here. The overlap from Stacey, is it going to happen? He's got in there. Get in! Get in! Is that... Mate, 1-0! 1-0!
Wait, I'm going to watch it now.
There he is, Sammy Surridge.
Is it
Sammy Surridge, get in there.
Get in there!
Hello. Oh my God, are they going to pull it back for VAR? That's why I had a... You know what? Sam did his best to miss it. He hit it into the roof of the net. However...
It's not going to VAR, is it?
I've got no idea.
No, he's on.
He's got to be on, is he?
Oh, no. I don't know. Yeah, he's on.
Come on!
To
be fair, mate, well, we completely deserve that. We completely deserved it.
Mate, we're battering them.
Superb. Oh my goodness, get in. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, do subscribe and make sure you give this video a thumbs up as well. We did 100 likes on the last one and we ended up shaving our head. So if we get 200 likes on this one, I'll let Tom think of something. No tattoos, not doing that.
They're not open.
Good.
Anyway.
Good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I could think some options in the chat, something realistic, guys. We'll have to see. But mate, that's a great sign. They're playing really well.
We're off again down this right hand side. We're getting so much joy on this right hand side.
Yes, that's right. And guess who they got down the left hand side? That player that got brought in the last minute.
Really?
So, and I just think that. Do you know what I mean? They're he wasn't expecting to play the young lad. I tell you what. I think Jeff Hayes just put it in the chat. Philip Billing is running this football match. He's been unbelievable.
Yeah, no, he's been really good. He's
everywhere.
Have a bit of that. Right, now can we assert this dominance?
Heather was right. Heather's in the chat, isn't she?
Yeah.
Always love Billing. I'll tell you what, she asks us for football advice sometimes, but she's bang on. Billing is class.
200 likes, cinnamon challenge. Eyebrows, dye hair red and black with a Cherries logo, hair paint like Pogba. I think that would need like a million likes. That will never happen. Never happen. Oh my God.
I could do some sort of dye, I suppose.
Yeah, well, that's it. Sam to grow his beard. Happy with that. Heather, nice. Tom to dye it pink. Pink though.
Red and black. What about red and black, Heather?
Yeah, red and black, yeah. Slitting eyebrows. Slits, probably okay.
I love a good slit. Should we get the Nike tick in the head as well?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, if we win this, what about we have to go the opposite? It'll take a while, but try and get the old Philip Billing hair.
Yeah,
just get a wig or something. I think. If we win this game, thanks to Billing gets man of the match, I'll get a wig definitely.
Yeah.
We go to Wembley, so that's it. Woodgate in, Woodgate ball.
So, do you know much about this player that's now deputised at left back? Do you know much about him?
I think he's just doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm finding it quite interesting where that's where we're getting all the joy at the moment, and we seem to be It's nice. We're playing a bit fluid again, Tom.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just had a message from someone actually saying, "Note to self: turn the volume down when watching you and Bournemouth score." So apologies. But yeah, no, we're playing really well, mate. I thought we were doing well, but then you just thought, Burnley might come into it, and I did in the back of my head. I thought, we need to just get that goal. It's just showed a replay for the goal here, and Sam's just behind the ball, and Brooks, he's cut it back to him really well there. But yeah, brilliant stuff. I tell you what, at the moment, the players that have come in are certainly knocking on the door again. Really, really good stuff. Knocking it about nicely, but we're also, scrapping hard as well. And as Heather said, I've always agreed with her that, what is Begovic doing? Right. That Billing is the man. Billing is the man. Get an opportunity, isn't he? Billing's come in and out of the team, hasn't he? And he's got his start today, and you just wonder if he's thought, I'm going to get a new manager come in. I can really say I deserve to be in this team.
Yeah.
Which I've always said he should. I've always said Philip Billing, 40 million or nothing. You can't have
40 million or nothing. He's a player that used to just stroll around the pitch looking a bit pedestrian and a bit lethargic. And whilst he still has that demeanour, he's putting in a shift now. And it's not just his goal; it's his general link-up play. You can see here that he's integral in the middle of the park, and spreading the ball out wide. And I think he's fantastic. They're just showing a replay this end again, by the way, of the side-footed cross from Stacey that set Sam Surridge up. And there's Sam Surridge was quite away on side, so we're all good.
I think in regards to Billing, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to come out and say I've always said he was good, because I haven't, and I've been really disappointed with him. But what I will say is, I think a few people have said it. If you took his better performances individually, they're normally in a free when he's the most advanced. Do you remember the one at, was it Villa or Brighton or someone in like a big game at the end of last season? He played a bit more advanced. He got a goal. And he is definitely better in that role. And Woodgate's obviously seen that as well. Just gives him a license to be a bit more free and not have to be, have to sit. He's not good at sitting back and trying to control things from that area. But I think when he's given a bit of a license,
Tiggs has put, this can be our challenge: eat a full roast dinner during the next round if we get through.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe we can organise that. We'll get one delivered over. Billing playing really well. So David Cordell. David, how are you, mate? Hope you're all good over there in Washington. And remember, if you're watching this video and you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. Fresh AFC Bournemouth content every day. And I tell you what, this could be a fresh goal. Oh my God, Sam Surridge is in. Oh, just a bit ponderous on the ball. Needed to get a snapshot straight away. But
Sam Surridge is playing well, isn't he?
Doing really well. You're doing really well. What a strong midfield we've got. Philip Billing, Pearson, who's looking pretty good. Jack Stacey's getting so much space and like David Brooks on the right-hand side. It's bizarre. But that's what happens when the fullbacks push, Tom.
Yeah, and you're thinking about the midfield, like you say, that's without Lewis Cook and Jack Wilshere. And like you say, I think that right side's much better. And if Brooksy and Stacey can get some sort of partnership there, that'd be great. So yeah, it's really good to see. And Surridge again with a goal. He played against Man City. Who else does he want to test himself against? You know what I mean? He played against Man City and scored. He come in for a league game against Barnsley, got man of the match and scored. Dom Solanke's now injured. He's gonna go, right, if I perform tonight, I've got to play. He's almost making it impossible to not play him, in my opinion.
Is this going to make it very difficult for the manager or the caretaker manager at the point in time? Of course, we don't know who's going to be in charge by that point. But, how is Lewis Cook going to be put into this equation?
I think it's a difficult one. I think what you would say is at the weekend, we should have more of the ball than we'll have tonight. So I think you can take out probably, Pearson probably for Lewis Cook.
Yeah.
But then you look at Wilshere as well, aren't you? So, yeah, it's good competition, mate. But I think you've got to look at it on the individual game.
Yeah.
Lewis Cook and Jack Wilshere would probably get in most teams for me as well. But tonight, neither of them. He's done the right midfield tonight because you've got to look at the opposition. So, yeah, and obviously fatigue and things like that and how the players are behind the scenes. But it's been really good. Really good.
Yeah, so Burnley have got a corner at the moment there. It's just approaching 29 minutes gone, and I'm a bit nervous because we all know that Burnley love their set pieces, don't they? So yeah, we'll see what happens there. They whip the ball into the box. Oh, Begovic He gets a fist on it, and it looks as though it's cleared, yet behind for a goal kick. We're all good, Tom. I know you're behind in the stream, but all is good. All is good.
Dennis would have caught that.
Right, let's get some atmosphere. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, lads. Come on.
Good, mate. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is good, and we are pretty much stifling Burnley's attacks, which is good, and we're looking fairly solid on the ball. I'd just like us to turn this 1-0 into a 2-0, which is always the thing that's been troubling us all season, it seems, apart from isolated matches.
Solid defensively, and looking dangerous when we get the ball. I mean, it's kind of ticking off all areas at the moment, aren't we? So I think at the weekend we had some good play going forward, but we left the door open a little bit, hence the 3-2. But tonight we look a little bit more organised. We know they've got some players on the bench. I think Wood's out, but they've got Ashley Barnes on the bench. He'll put himself about. So they have got options to change it, but we're looking really good. Looking really good. And like you say, it'd be nice if we can take advantage and get a second, to be fair. But if we can get half time in the lead, mate, I'd have ripped your hand off for that. So, still got Will Dennis to bring on for the penalty shootout.
All right, Burnley are in here, but Steve Cook's mopped up. All is good. Feeds Jack Stacey and Billing on the ball. Bit casual, but we managed to clear it fairly well. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's like watching Brazil at times. Honestly, really good football. Finding a lot of space in this game. Junior Stanislas now on the left flank just goes inside the Burnley half, just slows it down, plays it through the gap to Philip Billing. Philip Billing's getting everywhere, mate.
I told you, mate.
He's getting everywhere.
I've always said to you about Billing. I know you haven't got any clips of it. I don't know why, but I've said it consistently for years.
Yeah, all the time.
Heather, my favourite wine gum is probably either the black or the green, I say. But I like the black wine gum. I don't know. What about you, Sam? You're a wine gum fan? I'm on the black. I like the black wine gums.
You know what? I've never really known, because is it Smarties that all of them taste the same apart from one? Is it the orange one that tastes different? But apart from that, all of them are the same. Wine gums, I never notice a difference in any way. I never just shove one wine gum in my mouth at the same time, mate. I'm a sort of like 3 or 4 at the same time. So it's like a fruit salad.
I got that, and there's about 4 left. So
yeah,
it's been a tough half hour.
I had one of these like cheapo versions of wine gums from like Home Bargains, called like, I don't know, Winos or something. You know what they do, and those were pretty disgusting, sugar coated, probably incredibly bad for the diet, but never mind.
The ones I like from like the cheap version, I don't know if you've had them. I don't know if it's Lidl or Aldi. Is we're not sponsored by Lidl or Aldi. This is not an ad. Is the Jaffa cakes? They do like their own Jaffa cakes, and they're bang on. So get them, they're fine. Anything else, just let them rubbish.
Have you seen the most of the packaging though at Lidl and Aldi? It's exactly the bloody same. I thought you weren't allowed to do that, but I don't know what it is, like, L'Oreal Man Hydrate. It's like this sort of moisturiser, and it's in this little kind of like metallic looking silver tin with a plastic lid, and the red hydration expert or something. I can't remember. Like CN, whatever it is, like Lidl CN do their own version, and it's exactly the bloody same. And they get away with it. I don't know how. I thought that wasn't allowed, but
they literally they could do wine gums, and they just change the S to a Z, don't they? Go wine gums. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. But yeah.
So just approaching 33 minutes gone so far, mate. And to everyone, thank you. Give this video a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. And lots more content coming ahead. If you haven't seen our tier list that we did recently, check that out, because we all came to a conclusion of who we'd like. But that landscape is changing by the day. So it may be, Tom, that me, you, Jeff and Neil will need to get together with a refined tier list based on the current trends. I mean, we could be here all day, but hopefully he'll get appointed soon, whoever it is. But
yeah, I mean, I'm a bit nervous about getting clipped up if we announce John Terry. My little there's a part where I say no, that's going to get clipped up if we get him. But listen, you know what I'm like. If we were to get someone that I particularly said I didn't want, that doesn't mean I wouldn't back them if they got the job. But it's all opinions, isn't it? I can respect everyone's opinions on who they want to be the next manager. I've always said, and I think similar to yourself, but I just think it's a time where let's just go for someone who's got that championship level experience, who's got the CV to back it up, get the best out of this group of players, and go from there. Yeah. I think when we're not if we're a mid-table Premier League going through a transition, I would understand a John Terry, a Cowley, you know what I mean, someone a bit younger with a new project. Right now, I don't think we're in that space. If we were, I think you might as well stick with Tyndall to the end of the season. But we're not. We're in a position where we need someone who's been there and done it, in my opinion.
We don't know who that we'll be facing in the quarterfinals yet, do we? Because I know they did rounds 4 and 5 or 3 and 4 together, but at this point we don't know. Is that right?
Yeah, no, I don't have a clue. Looking at some of the, I think there's quite a lot of the big boys are out, aren't they? I think Arsenal went out, Liverpool went out, but I think Tottenham are playing tonight. Are they tonight or tomorrow? There's a few games tonight, tomorrow. Man U, West Ham later. I think the Scummers are still in it. Yeah, they got Everton.
Southampton v Bournemouth quarter-final maybe.
Oh God,
it could well happen. You never know.
Southampton and Bournemouth and semis at Wembley.
Okay, tell you what, we've got space on the left flank here. Good delivery if needed. Now we've got a corner. This feels like one of our first, but we got a corner, mate. Come on, lads. Are you still back on like 34 minutes at some point or what?
Yeah, we're just winning the corner now.
Yeah,
it's good. It's quite relaxing for me because every time they're getting forward, I'm just thinking, well, they can't have scored because Sam would have said. I'm quite chilled, mate. But I think last time I saw that at half time, I closed it and put it back up for the second half, and we were in sync a bit more. So
yeah, yeah.
Rico's looked a bit more comfortable, hasn't he? I think Steve Oakley's down the right.
Certainly hasn't been a player that I've been sort of looking at and thinking, why have you done that? Right, we're taking a short corner. Come on, lads, let's get it in. Oh, it's gone all the way through. All the way through. Sam Surridge's going to mop up, is he? Yeah, we've got a throw in on the far side. Tell you what, this makes me really miss being at the ground. I've said this before on today's show, but just all being together and getting behind the lads. Crap chants that don't work. Everything.
How we're always out of sync as well. One end always the other, always out of sync. And I'm in the middle, kind of where the two charts coming from. I don't know which one to go with. Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. Burnley are okay. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say one of their Twitter bingo phrases: "Long ball, direct." But that's what they're being at the moment.
They're horrible, aren't they?
Not impressed so far. Not impressed at all, but I'm sure he's going to shake it up at half time. How many, mate, because I don't understand the rules of football these days, every time it seems to change. How many substitutions are allowed these days?
I'm pretty sure, unless someone tells me in the chat, I'm pretty sure you can do the 5 like we can in the Championship.
But that's in 3 windows, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
In 3 instalments, if you like, so you can't keep stop and start. But yeah, I'm very sure because
Tom,
we done it in the last round.
I was about to say, you are 1 minute away from your usual break, aren't you?
I am. I'm aware.
I'm sure that Chris Edwards is probably going to give you a prompt any second now.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 with 3 windows. Cheers, Morgan. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, same as Champ. Yeah, Chris Edwards, there he is. He knows.
He knows.
I'm going to have to do it on 3 minutes, 38 on mine, though. I'm a little bit behind, but I think that's good to keep it going. Like I say, we're Watchalong unbeaten, mate, so...
Yeah, well, we are Watchalong unbeaten. I mean, God, if we're in the quarterfinals, that would be incredible. Now, Bournemouth have got a corner, mate. Come on, let's get behind the lads.
Yep.
Right, come on, let's get this corner in the box. Good delivery here. Let's have a good delivery. See, oh no, we've gone short again, mixing it up. Is this Woodgate? Back from Pearson to the right hand flank. Good cross to the far stick. Is it? Another corner by the looks of it. Yeah, Burnley defender gets a leg on it and it goes out the other side. So yeah, come on, let's keep the atmosphere ramped up, guys. Come on. Come on, lads. Right, corner then on the other side. Let's see what we can do. A good delivery here. Are we going to play it short again? Because we seem to be loving this short option today. Stanislas going to whip it in straight away. Over the first man, is it? Ooh, good cross, actually. Right, who's this? Pearson's going to mop up now. Oh, hello, Pearson. Nice. Go on. Do something with it. Oh, tell you what, mate.
I'll watch that and then I'll do my superstition.
Yeah, go on.
I'm behind, so I haven't seen this little Pearson stuff yet. Here he is.
I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, mate. I've got to say.
Pearson. Oh, go on, boy. I can see why you did that now. That was good, wasn't it?
Really good.
We've got another corner. I'm gonna have to keep waiting.
Yeah,
and this is what I do in the stadium as well. If it was 38, I'd start walking. If we had a corner, I'd wait like by the, you know what I mean, before going underneath. I'd wait. So I'm doing that now. I'd wait like wait.
Oh! Good save with the keeper. Let's get the pen. No, it's not a pen. Oh my God.
I need to see this.
Oh, thought it was there, mate.
Oh,
thought it was there. I know, I thought that as well.
He don't really appeal, does he?
Nah. But I tell you what, we've got the ball back through Junior Stanislas now on the left-hand flank. He's played in Sam Surridge. Low ball across. Got one another corner, mate. Another corner. Come on, lads. Oh, is that not a pen? Is that not a pen? That looked a pen on Philip Billing, I've got to say. Because that's a penalty, isn't it?
Why are you not VARing it?
Or did he go down really easy? I don't know. I mean, the first header, good save by the keeper. I'm not even sure who got the header on. Is it Steve Cook with the header? I can't really see.
We've got, out of the 2 shouts we've had, one of them's got to be a pen. I'm not sure about that one, I've got to be honest. I'm looking at it again, different angle here. I'm not sure if there's enough. I don't know.
He doesn't claim himself.
No, I feel like he loses his footing. If he gets caught there, he'd be screaming, surely.
A bit concerned about the amount of possession we're having and the amount of good possession. Yeah, 1-0 flatters them at the moment, I think.
It does. Been really good, mate. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Right, superstition, because I've been delayed by these corners.
All right, mate. Enjoy. So, Tom's off to have his superstitious little break a little bit later than usual. So we'll ramp up the atmosphere and I'll get a few comments on the screen as well. So Burnley have got the ball inside the Bournemouth half at the moment, in a pretty safe position at the moment. Plays it back to the defender, and they're on the right-hand side at the moment, trying to cut through. But I tell you what, we do look really well organised. There's clearly defined defensive and midfield lines. So Woodgate, in his short tenure, he's certainly got the shape looking really good at the moment. Here's some of the comments that are coming in. Yeah. Should have been a pen. He went down a little easy though, said David Cordell, which you probably could be right. Ricky says, hopefully history doesn't repeat itself with us being robbed by VAR and lose to Burnley. Yeah, very much. Alfie, we love you, Bournemouth. We love you, Bournemouth. We do, says Jansen there. And Ethan's joining in as well. Red Army says, Chris Hubble, entertaining match so far, a ton of energy. And then Alfie says, why don't you give me a B? Well, yeah, come on, lads. Come on. Let's keep it going. 42 minutes gone at the moment. And, we're looking all right. We're looking pretty good, Tom.
And out. Yeah, no, good, mate. Really, really good. Like I say, I think, I'm not sure about the second one, but I still think Surridge's was a pen, actually. But having said that, played really well. Couldn't have asked for much more, apart from maybe getting another goal. But performance-wise, really, really impressive. This is considering the opposition as well, let's be honest, it's a big step up from Birmingham. Really put a shift in, which is good to see. Definitely having a bit of a bounce at the moment, aren't we? And I think a few people said on the chat, the energy levels look better.
I'll tell you what though,
get to half time.
Have Burnley been as good as some teams we've faced this season? They haven't, have they?
No, I know what you mean.
They've been poor.
Yeah, and Burnley are that type of team. But the fact is, everyone knows what Burnley are going to be like. And as much as it's not pretty, and they never look really exciting, it's hard to defeat. It's really, really hard to do the right things. They don't see many goals, and we've got that goal now. But yeah, they're really effective at what they do, and they haven't looked it today. And I think we deserve credit for that. As much as I agree that they're not unbelievable, they're better than Birmingham, put it that way. Do you know what I mean? But we're looking a lot more assured. And we're not letting them, I think the team selection, that 3 in the middle, we're not letting them bully us. I think we've seen before, haven't we, both of us, the amount of times Burnley have almost just out-muscled us on the pitch and things like that. I mean, they've spanked us a few times. So it's good to see us competing all over the pitch, to be honest with you. We look like we just want it more than them, which is really odd because they're a team, they ain't going to go down.
No, they're not.
They ain't going to do nothing in the Premier League. They might as well go for a cup. And, yeah.
I think, that their league position at the moment, they are 17th, but there's a healthy space between them and 18th. And at the end of the day, they've always got it in their locker. But I suppose, even Eddie, at this point in time, if we were in Burnley's position, he would probably be switching it around and just prioritising the Premier League, because at the end of the day, he treated the FA Cup with disdain, even when we were it doesn't matter whether we were in a healthy league position or whether we weren't. He would just basically, chuck out the kids, and then, we get smashed. Or, I just thought sometimes with Eddie, the writing was on the wall when often he sent Jason Tyndall out for the press conference rather than do it himself. It's almost like, you know what, I'm not interested in this. I'm going to get JT, my assistant, to do it. I think they changed that after a while because it didn't look good. You're sending out your assistant manager. But either way, under Eddie, the FA Cup, it wasn't particularly great. But you know what, this would be... Have we been in the quarterfinals before? Probably once, maybe.
Not in my lifetime, I don't think. But yes, it is a difficult one though, because I always make just to make a counterpoint. Because I agree, I think we could have gone for it a bit more, especially that season when we come ninth and things like that. We're never really involved in a relegation scrap. I think a counterpoint is if you've got all these backup players and you never play them, and then you get a few injuries, they're not going to be ready.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to use cup competitions. Do you know what I mean? To get them ready in case you get an injury. Otherwise, they've just been sat there all season and they're not ready when called upon. Yeah. But equally, I always like a team like Bournemouth. I think that should be the Carabao Cup. I think the FA Cup. I mean, it's just. I know it's not the same anymore, but I love the FA Cup. It's massive, and I think that should be something that a club like Bournemouth should always go for. But yeah, they've made a few changes as well as us. But what I'm saying is they should be wanting this game more than us, really. We got bigger fish to fry in terms of promotion.
And it looks like the half-time whistle is just about to go, and there it is. It is 1-0 to AFC Bournemouth then at half-time. Very pleased with what we've saw. I think a number of players there have put in an absolute shift. But what do you think at home? We'd love to get your views in right now. So, 5-word match reports. Put your match reports on the live chat now and we'll echo them on screen. Obviously, this is just a 45 minutes. How can you sum that up in 5 words? I think it's been all right, and certain players have shone, including Ben Pearson, so you might want to give him a mention. Let us know, and we're going to put it on screen very shortly.
Tell we're winning, can't you?
Free YouTube music, mate. Absolutely brilliant. So, half time then, we're going to be going through some of those reports, and also we are going to be telling you about the Ted-MacDou-GOAL book giveaway that we've got going on. We've got 3 copies. We started an interview last week with Ted, and we realised, okay, we've only just covered Man United, which was basically halfway through his career. So we had to say, rather than do a Harry Redknapp and stop for dinner halfway through, we said, well, stop for a week. We're bringing him back. So we're extending the competition. And what you can do is enter now. And the address to go to is www.afcbpodcast.com/TED. And on there is a question. And that question is fairly simple. If you watch the last interview with Ted-MacDou-GOAL, you will know the answer to this, because the question is, which was the first AFC Bournemouth manager, bear in mind he had 2 spells, the first one to sign him for the Cherries. All you got to do is put that in, put your name and put your social media username or whatever, and then you got a chance to win one of 3 copies of MacDou-GOAL, which is a book that was penned by Neil Vacher, club historian, and also Ted-MacDou-GOAL himself. MacDou-GOAL himself. He might as well be called MacDou-GOAL, but yeah, he was in that famous 11-0 drubbing of Margate, where he scored 9 that day. And I've got a little story about that I haven't really told the wider AFC Bournemouth public just yet, actually. Maybe I have on a podcast. I sort of lose my head time when I do these shows. But as I said to you before, that you may know, my dad, I can take the timer off screen now, I suppose, can't I? Because, we don't really need that anymore. My dad played for AFC Bournemouth, but not for the first team. He played for the reserves a couple of times. He played for like Bournemouth B and Bournemouth C, and there was one match he actually played for the reserves against Tottenham Hotspur at Dean Court, and on the other side were people like Joe Kinnear. So he played at a fairly good level, also played for Dorchester Town or whatever. But on the same day that Bournemouth played Margate in the FA Cup at Dean Court, my dad was playing for Bournemouth C over on Kings Park Fields. And my dad was a striker, always scored the goals. He still scores goals in his walking football now. But he scored 5 that day. He scored 5. I think his team won like 6-0. And in those days, the B team, the C team, they would all come back to Dean Court and they get changed with the players and they'd meet him in the bar afterwards. And my dad, not knowing the score in the main game, he smugly walked up to Ted-MacDou-GOAL and said, "Yeah, Ted, did you score today?" And Ted was like, "Yeah, I did." And my dad smugly said, "Well, I scored 5." And Ted was like, "Yeah, you're pretty good, Ian. I scored 9." And that put my dad firmly in his place, I've got to say. And
What
it's
the
a story
chances of him thinking he's going to score more than 5?
No, exactly. He always loves to retell that one. But if you want to win that copy of MacDou-GOAL, the book, we're going to announce the winners on Sunday night on this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Give this video a like as well if you can. And it's afcbpodcast.com/TED. If you want to get involved with that. The more entries, the better. Thanks to everyone that's watching. And what we're going to do is pop up your 5-word match reports now. And let's see where it all started off. So, talk me through these then, Tom. Great game for the boys.
Yep, indeed. It was really, really good half. Let's just kick on and do it for the second because, definitely a great game so far.
Best first half for weeks. I think, yeah, he's got a point. And Pearson, mate, talk to me about him. Owen said Pearson, what a good signing.
I mean, I don't know.
Bang on the money with that view.
I don't know what we're going to do in the middle of the park. Billings the best player in the world after that first half. We've got Lerma, we've got Pearson absolutely bossing it in there. We've got Lewis Cook and Jack Wilshere to come in as well. Great options, mate. And yeah, Pearson looks a hell of a player, doesn't he, on early signs anyway.
And that's it. I mean, what a strong midfield we've got. I mean, Pearson is instantly, his debut's been very good. Not so much Shane Long's at the weekend. Sam Surridge has done all right as well. So maybe players are playing their way into the team. But then Lerma, Billing and Pearson, it's hard to think, okay, Jack Wilshere, like we need to shoehorn him in. And then you've got Lewis Cook as well. It's like, what the hell? That's
I think,
amazing.
like I said at the start, mate, you've got to go on the opposition. That's what the management team are there for. You've got to look at the opposition and their strengths. And we've done that today, and let's do that again on Saturday. But yeah, great game so far. And it's been really impressive. It's really good to see. And whispering Wembley at the moment.
Desire, effort, class, strong, winning, said Gary. Pearson, an absolutely amazing player. Excellent there. Jensen says midfield is dangerous and creative. Not a 5-word match report here, but we've been in the quarterfinals in the 50s. Go and look at the 1957 run where we beat Spurs among other teams. It's on YouTube. I'll have a look at that. Thank you so much for that. What? Did I go to that game? I think Jeff probably did, but I'm not sure about me. Midfield is one of the games, says Mitch. Ben Pearson, the real deal, said Mark. Superb class about time too, said Martin. Billing, Pearson and CCV lit. Yeah, bang on there. Surridge leads the way forward. I was there versus Margate. That's not a 5-word report, but that's what David Cordell said about that 11-0. I think it was David Whitehead, who's on the Vitals forums. He said it's one of the few games that he's been to where he's actually not known the score after about 7 or 8 and had to ask his mate to see.
I had the same in a pre-season friendly with Dorchester not too long ago.
Yeah.
I think Kermaghan got a few. It was Callum Wilson's first game friendly that season when we before we got promoted, and that was like 11 or something, but it was like 8, and I was thinking, I don't know what the score is here. It's weird when that happens.
And we've also had some more comments saying confidence growing and more fight. Brilliant. Playing in white, totally class. Excellent stuff there. What else have we got? Sexy football. Do. Pearson, Lerma, so solid together. What else have we got here? Woodgate for the full-time job, said Aidan. Woodgate giving the boys confidence. Yeah, a lot to talk about. Tom, are we going to do a 3 or 4 minute break to give us a chance to have a bit of a toilet break and make a coffee or tea or whatever?
Yeah, and just have a little bit of a prayer and just see what's going on the old Twitter sphere. And we'll come back in a couple of minutes, shall we?
Yeah, so just remember the place to go to is afcbpodcast.com/Ted. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what on earth are you doing?
Ridiculous.
This is why you need to.
Different level. Well, interested to see the teams.
How long have you got, John?
I'm not bad. Okay.
Were you sort of aware of how great the goal was?
No, I'll be honest, no.
Yeah, no Fraser. He's gone onto the bench as well. Lewis Cook's there too.
Rambo in goal, as you would expect. The back four, as we hoped. So.
Couldn't fucking write it.
No idea.
Thanks very much.
To all. Yeah. He's asking you out. So we'll carry on. He's being escorted out.
I've actually had a nightmare. My worst week ever.
Eddie Howe said he wanted it spicy.
Yeah.
It's certainly spicy.
I hope they lose their derby as well.
That's a match worn shirt. It makes him out. Fair play.
Cameras, I suppose cameras not in the pub, in the ground.
The big 6-pointer that's coming up.
You can swear it's absolutely fine.
Is the midweek win? Fingers crossed, February 2020. No, on this land contract. So it is 1-0 to the Cherries at half-time against the Clarets, and we've had a load of opinions on chat. If you want to get involved and get interactive, then leave your messages, whether it's via YouTube, Facebook, or whatever. Pop your messages on. Nice to see that Ian Lockyer's here. I saw you down in Ashley Cross, didn't I, Ian? Hope you're doing all right. Great to hear these reviews. He says, I'm pleased to say that I was at Dean Court for both the Spurs and Man United games. Up the Cherries. Do you think that anything should be changing at half-time in this FA Cup clash against Burnley? I think we seem to be doing quite well. I think it would be unsurprising if Sean Dyche left things as they are, because they're not exactly being very potent, I've got to say. They're, in our final third, their chances have been few and far between. And whilst they may have had a corner or two, we have looked fairly solid. But it always worries me because they have got players of Premier League pedigree, and it just takes one person to pop up and score, take us unaware, and then we'll be back to where we started. So I'd like to see if we can, nip this game in the bud. Right, some more messages that are coming through. Chris, thank you very much. Back in the day, it's been great for keeping us all together. Kudos to all involved. Yeah, it's not just myself. The back of the net team, of course, is Tom, Jeff, Tiggs, of course, with his news roundups and funnel forecasts every Friday. Plus, we have guest presenters as well, people like Craig Beasley, who've been involved this season for the opposition previews. I thought it was a tremendous chat that he had with Andy Hodgson off Bid TV, who's a shopping TV presenter by trade. I've got to say, actually, a presenter that managed to somehow sell my mum a Dyson 1 week or 1 month after she bought a Vax. That's how good his sales pitch was. And he certainly sold Burnley Football Club relatively well. Couldn't ever support him though. Simon, hi Sam, loving your fans' reactions at recent games. Certainly has got me interested. Quality coverage. Thank you so much, Simon. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Martin as well. Yeah, you know what? And we're going to try to carry on what we're doing over lockdown with some fan interviews, Ted-MacDou-GOAL, the second part. And I would like to also know the names of the people that you'd like to be involved on future shows as well. Obviously, we've had people like Pewey, Tommy Elphick, Matt Ritchie, those kind of people. Tom, who's back with us now, has been involved in, some of those interviews, haven't you? I mean, any particular standout highlight from the ones that you were involved in, mate?
I mean, they're obviously all brilliant, and Ritchie I was involved in, which was absolutely amazing. Elphick was superb. I love Fletch, so that was beautiful. But for me, probably the one that pleasantly surprised me was Brett Pitman. You were on it with myself, and I just thought he was great. I wasn't, no disrespect to Pitman, but he's one of them players you haven't really seen in too many interviews and things like that. Whereas we've heard a lot of Fletcher stories, for example, and I thought he'd come across really well. I wasn't sure what he'd be like, so Brett Pitman was really, really good, and he chatted to us a bit off air as well, didn't he? And he didn't seem like he was just someone that was kind of just there. He was happy to chat to us afterwards, wasn't he? Which was really nice. He wasn't in a hurry to go, and yeah, I mean, I love Brett as it is, but that made me love him even more. I'm trying to think of some ones we could get in. It would be imagine Ranty. Imagine getting to Kilo Ranty, for example. I mean, that'd be legendary.
Well, you know what? You've got interviews that you can have with Cherries legends, and I've got to say, David Cordell, we've already done Tommy Heffernan. Check that one out. That's a decent interview, isn't it? And what he says about what he'll do to Ryan Fraser. David, I'm not sure whether you've seen that interview already. Just go onto YouTube, click playlists, search down for the interviews one, because Tommy Heffernan's on there, and there's a quote about Ryan Fraser's legs. In fact, you might have just even seen it on the promo reel that we had, and that was absolutely superb. There are some legends that we've interviewed, but there are also, Tom, as you allude to, some cult figures as well. Like you just mentioned, also players like, I don't know, Chucky, Mohamed Berta, ones like that. These kind of almost one-hit wonders that played for AFC Bournemouth and, never got seen on a football pitch ever again. We'd love to have players like that interviewed as well.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Not really sure what we talked to him about.
No, it's amazing. We had Jan Kermigan, who obviously is a legend, but he wasn't there for that long. And one that I wasn't involved in, but really enjoyed watching the other week was John Bailey, who is a legend. He's scored at Wembley for us and blah, blah, blah. But he was only a professional footballer for a few years. It's it's mad really when you think of it. But I thought, if you haven't seen John Bailey's one as well, I don't know what you thought, Sam, but I thought Neil and Jeff and John, that was just it was like one of them. It's like a chat down the pub. It was really, really relaxed and really nice, and really enjoyed watching that one. And but yeah, I saw Lucy mention Steve Robinson there. That'd be a good one. He's at work now, isn't he? Might have to tap him up.
He is out of work. That's right. So Lucy, she wanted Robbo and be interested to see Matt Tubbs. We've done before with Josh McCoy, Martin. So check back through our interviews playlist, and the teams are out for the second half. So we are nearly there. I saw a message here from Carl to say, how are you going to be running the channel next year? I can't even remember where it was. Any more of Harry Redknapp, said Ollie Way. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? You're running the channel next season, kind of when we're back at the ground. It's going to be a bit of an interesting one, Tom, isn't it?
Yeah, and obviously it will depend on what league we're in as well. Chris Mepham's coming on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is that an injury? Or we change the system? A bit worried if it's an injury. I can't see who's come off, if anyone knows. But yeah, if it's a like for like, I'm guessing it might be an injury, which is a bit of a worry. But we'll be interested to see what we do. I mean, like I say, it depends. Our Stacey injury. Is it Stacey injury? That's what someone's put in the chat. Stacey injury. And we haven't got Smith on the bench, have we? Because we rested him.
No.
Yeah, it would depend, like you're saying there, Sam. I think it would depend on the league as well, wouldn't it? We probably a bit prematurely had a few chats about if we were in the Premier League, didn't we, at the start of the season, what kind of things we could do. Now we're probably settling down a bit on that, but it will depend on the whole situation, won't it? I think the thing with COVID, it's been a nightmare, but it has allowed us, and the great work that you do in particular, to put out some really good stuff and have the opportunity to have these interviews and doing things like this. But it won't, it'll be better for us if we can get to grounds as well. We'll be able to do stuff in and around the stadium, depending on restrictions and what's going on. But it'll be quite good. We've got a decent little team up. We can kind of split up and do a few little good things before and after games. And I think because of this lockdown and stuff, and getting like a real kind of good community feel to it on this channel, and people really want to get involved down at the stadium, it'd be really nice. But Carter Vickers has gone to right back, by the way.
Okay, so Carter Vickers has gone to right back. So that's what we can do. We can still be doing post-match interviews outside the ground, because that's what I love to do, really. But we'll be doing some kind of like free-for-all format. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Now, Bournemouth are already, they're on the attack on the left-hand flank. But the cross is blazed over. I think what we need, Tom, we need a bit of atmosphere here. So come on, let's get it going. Let's Love it, absolutely love it. Right, so we just had a chance there from Junior Stanislas, although it's gone wide and over. So it is a Burnley goal kick. What's the timestamp for you at the moment, Tom?
Burnley goal kick. So I might have I got, what's the time on it? 47, just gone 47.
Oh, okay, you're still 10 seconds behind by the looks of it, mate.
I don't know why that is.
Yeah, a bit of a shame, because previously, you were bang on it, but, never mind.
Have a little play with it. It'd be interesting now, because Stacey, I thought, was doing brilliant in that first half.
Yeah.
One day, we kept saying how we kept going down that right-hand side, and I don't think Carter Vickers is going to offer too much going forward, so I'm glad we got the lead, but it's a concern. But then, luckily we've got Smithy. But I hope it's not a bad one. I hope it's one of them in its cup game. If he's felt a little bit of a knock, they might just go, it's not worth risking it and taking him off.
So just to assure people at home, because of my horrendous time system that I've got, you're seeing the second half minutage there. I can't do like 48 minutes as it's just about to go to now. You've got 3 minutes into the second half, okay? So don't be weirded out by that. At some point, I will find out how to do this properly. In the meantime, if you've got any live chats, we'll get them on the screen. But the Bournemouth side is Begovic, Mepham, Cook, and who else did you say that came on then? You said...
Mepham came on for Stacey, and he's moved Carter Vickers to right back. Mepham's in with Cookie at centre-back. Rico still at left-back.
Yeah, and we've still got that midfield three, who I think Pearson, Lerma, and Billing that have looked really good, and then obviously you've got your Junior Stanislas, Sam Surridge, and David Brooks, who started off that half pretty well, but as the game wore on, he didn't get much of the ball. I wouldn't say he was ineffective, but he certainly had a good start to the half. So I'm looking for him to continue that into the second and play his way into the side, but. You've got to say with David Brooks, he hasn't really had to this season so far because he's had some poor games, yet has been picked. So I don't know if he feels like he's getting a free ride a bit.
Every time he seems to have a bad game, we have either a Stanislas or a Dan Juma out injured. So he kind of keeps himself on the side. What minute are you on, Sam, by the way? I've just tried to refresh.
49 minutes and 10 seconds.
49 minutes, 10 seconds. Might see what's on. I'm still... 49.02. What's going on?
Don't know, mate. Are you doing that enhanced mode on BT Sport?
Well, that's what I've just done. I got off the enhanced to have a look, but
sometimes it works different ways, doesn't it?
Yeah. I can't help falling in love with you.
So there's people that are even behind us as well. So yeah, I mean, that must be.
It's to be fair, we don't want to change anything after that first half, do we? And our Watchalong kind of run at the moment.
Right, Bournemouth got a chance down the left-hand flank here, and we've got another corner, mate. Another corner. This is absolutely ridiculous. Get Nonny on. Red Army, Red Army. Well, we can't get him on, but we can get this on. Right, we've gone short with the corner, and where are we? We've gone back to the corner flag almost. Cross coming in. It's not a great one. And Billings' header, I mean, he actually won a header for once over the bar. Was never really going to do anything with that. The pace was very slow and he would have had to generate his own power. Goes out for a Burnley goal kick. Burnley look as though they're a little bit more mentally switched on this half. They had an isolated chance just then, even though we managed to get on top of it. But I don't know. I've just got a feeling that Dyche will have.
They can't be any
put
worse.
a rocket up him, will he? Yeah, of course.
They can't be much worse. We just got to keep our metal on. We've had to change things around a little bit, which should be tough in terms of at the back with Stacey's knock. But keep doing what we're doing. I think we can have enough. And the more they open up, the more chances we can have on the counter as well. I'm still happy with how we've come out. But yeah, like you say, I think they'll have a few more chances than they did in the first half because they've barely done anything. But I'm down the right-hand side at the moment. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, right-hand side. Adam Smith's got the ball and it's back at the
Adam
moment.
Smith ain't got the ball because he's not in the squad.
Oh, did I say Adam Smith? Who did I... Oh, sorry. Carter Vickers.
Yeah, Carter.
I tell you what, that's muscle memory, that is, down the right-hand side.
Yeah, exactly.
The name that you think is going to be there, yeah. Carter Vickers on the right-hand flank there, played back to Cookie. But, yeah.
So if we win this and lose on Saturday, we're going to have to do watch-alongs every single game at this rate, Sam, because this record is unbelievable.
What? And free-for-alls?
We're going to have to do everything, mate. If we win this and lose on Saturday, all I'm putting it down to is watch-alongs. The watch-alongs just seem to get the boys up for it. I think that it's almost like the players know we're all here watching together.
Shall we just rename this channel like Back of the Net 24 or something and have it 24/7 like BBC News? Because that's what it's turning into. You know what? I've got a feeling. I actually thought to myself, you know what? It might be a fairly easy week because after the watch along, hopefully there won't be much more. But I've just got a funny feeling that something might happen in the managerial department. I don't know. Brooks has got a chance now. Oh, Brooks! Why didn't you lay it off to the left? He had a go. Should have put in Stanislas. It was selfish of him to have a go, I think. He was running through, and I mean, you'll see it, but there was a better option, I think. It's easy to say that in hindsight, but...
Lay it off. He's got to lay that off.
Yeah, I mean, when he shot, there was a player right in front of him, and Junior Stanislas was crying out for it, and we know what Stanislas can do. He can whip it in with his left at pace. He can cut back onto his right and curl it in. Felt he should have done better with that. Should have done better with that. My God.
Stanislas? That's a tap in for Stanislas if he squares that, in my opinion. Oh, gutted.
Oh, bloody hell. Right. Oh, Burnley on the
time.
Oh, my God. Nearly, mate. Butterfingers. Take a look at this bad boy. It's like they've greased his gloves. Look at this. Shot that wasn't overly troubling from long range. 20 yards out? Begovic, what's he doing?
Great save.
Who's putting his gloves in WD-40? I mean,
Fantastic.
there was a slight bit of movement, but not that much. That's scary, mate. Anyway, it's a Burnley corner, which is going to be whipped in. Oh, Begovic, safe hands this time, mate. It's all good. He had blue tack on his gloves this time, rather than the...
He punched it. I saw the replay, because it looked like he kind of... it just like slipped through it. He actually, looking at it there, he actually chose to punch that. Don't know why. But, I mean, he's as long as he goes and catches the corner like he did, then you don't mind, do you? But
Jefferson Lerma with you'll see a dummy in a minute that just causing us trouble by giving it back to Burnley.
When Lerma does something sexy, you know it gets me going, Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, that dummy is awful.
Yeah, isn't it?
What's he doing?
Hopefully this is just a little funny 5 minutes we're having at the moment because I'm getting a bit concerned. I'll tell you what, Sam Surridge just done really well there to hold the ball up. Absolutely superb. What you're about to witness, I think, is great hold-up play by Sam Surridge, mate. Check out that long kick, heads it up and then collects it. That was absolutely superb. Shame that Billing breaks down the move by trying to do a sort of 1-2, goes out for a Burnley goal kick. But
I think we keep saying about I've been prone to saying it that Surridge will give you work, Ray, and he's not as good as the others, but he'll do this, do that. Actually, is Sam Surridge just actually quite good? Because I mean, some of his touches and his finishing, I think he's actually just really good. It's not, we almost think, he's come through the youth, is he that? I think Surridge is bloody good,
Sometimes it's his. I think if he lacks anything, it's pace.
Yes, definitely.
But he's not that slow.
And if you've got people running off him, I think you can get away with it. And, Dan Juma could come back into the team as well. I think that could almost be a pairing. Surridge and Dan Juma could work quite well. But yeah, in terms of Burnley, they're always we're not going to go 90 minutes without them having a spell in the game. We just got to soak it up well.
And we're going to have to soak it up at the moment. I think we need the fans to get behind the lads. Come on, boys. Oh my God. They've just blazed it over the bar. They've just blazed it over. And that was Rodriguez, our nemesis. Oh my God. He should have scored that, mate. Have you seen it yet?
They're just down the left-hand side. They've just put a ball into the box. It's come to Rodriguez tapping. How has he missed that?
How has he missed that?
Awful. I mean, I don't know who's left him there. I mean, that's a tapping.
Was that Chris Mepham there? Oh no, who was that? It was
Steve Cook. He's got him behind Steve Cook.
Well, he was between them, but then whoever was his man, I'm not too sure. But
they all kind of shuffled over, didn't they? And they just left him. But I mean, how is he? What is he doing? It's an awful miss. And like you say, Rodriguez, he knows how to score against Bournemouth.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's done it plenty of times, whether it's for Burnley or Saints or whatever. I mean, I always remember that goal he scored for Saints. It was a wonder goal, I think. They won like 3-1 in front of Ted-Mac. What a goal that was.
Yeah, I think that was, it was 3-1 at our place. When I think Ake scored for us, I think.
He did, yeah. He took the lead, did we all?
Yes, Ake, and then they come back. I think J. Rod got cut. Didn't Bertrand score?
Yeah, probably.
I hate Bertrand. But come on, boys. Come on.
Was he the one that did... Bertrand was the one that did the older...
Yeah, when he was taking a throw and he done that, didn't he? I thought I mean, if one of our players do it, I think legend. But when he did it, I thought you...
Yeah, absolutely. You know what, mate? Burnley are proper going for it. They are really going for it at the moment.
I think. Yeah. And mix it up a bit. They know, they've seen as well. Carter Vickers was bossing everything in that first half. And we've had to move him across. And I'm not sure if that was... I would have probably kept centre halves as they are and just moved Mepham to right back personally.
Well, yeah, I mean, has Carter Vickers, he's played out there before, right?
I honestly don't know, mate. Obviously, we haven't had him for that long, so maybe he has in his other spells. I'm not sure. I wouldn't say him or Mepham are relatively lightning quick.
Burnley have got a corner then, and it has been cleared only as far as the edge of the box, and a long shot comes in from the edge of the box, and it bounces wide, but it went through a host of players, but thankfully we're all right, mate. So, as we're just approaching the 58th minute, even though that says 13, we're 13 minutes into the second half, and just went wide. Begovic, I think, had it covered anyway. It is still 1-0 to Bournemouth, mate. This is going to turn into like squeaky bum time the more this goes on, right?
Yeah, I'm very nervous now, mate. They're putting a bit of pressure on. I think we put a lot of energy into that first half, and it looks like we're tiring a little bit. I'm trying to think that we've got decent options on the bench if we need to freshen it up. Someone like a Lewis Cook could come on if one of the midfielders are tiring potentially. So we've still got some options, but I don't know about. I'm a bit concerned at the moment, but we just got to hold them out, and hopefully we can nick something on the break, because that's what we said at half time, wasn't it? Played so well. The worst thing about it was only 1-0.
If we've had a little score update from Dylan here, but it could be one of them. So Dylan, if that doesn't happen in the next 1 or 2 minutes, you're going to go into timeout, mate. You can sit on that stair, third stair up, head in hands, and think about it, and then come back a changed man, right? That's what's going to happen if they don't score. But at the moment, it doesn't look like they are. So that looked like it was just one of them. Yeah. It's been a wind-up merchant, mate. What is this? Arsenal Fan TV. User's gone in timeout now, mate.
Time to go.
It's time to go. Right. Let's tell you what, mate. Sam Savage, nice little cheeky touches everywhere. Philip Billing once again. David Brooks cutting inside. David Brooks is forging a bit of space at this point in time, and we're out on the left flank at the moment. Pearson's just slowing it down a little bit, but we're looking good. We're kind of in that zone where I feel happiest where we are. I don't like us playing it around nicely on the edge of our box, but don't mind it in their half. But we've lost the ball on the right flank, and now Burnley on the counter-attack, and long ball forward looks like it might break down and go out. It's a Burnley corner now.
It's people like
getting
Pearson,
more of them.
People like Pearson, who's played well but hasn't played an awful lot of football of late. You just wonder if his energy levels, it might be potentially a Lewis Cook soon, I think.
Yeah, that's right. So what will Lewis Cook offer us that one of our current players will not at the moment?
Exactly what Morgan Scott's just put. He'll keep the ball better. I would have thought he'll offer a bit more composure in the middle and try and keep hold of the ball for us, but and also a bit more energy, a bit more legs, because he's been just chilling on the sidelines. So yeah, you look at it and think, is it maybe mix it up and get some fresh legs on. We've got the 5 subs or whatever. But
that Morgan Scott pundit extraordinaire for back of the net. That's
absolutely
bang on with the comments as well, Morgan. Right, we're being asked to do an AFC Bournemouth chant here. So, what should we go for? Let's go for one of these. I'm saying, I mean, we are singing that in a cup match, but it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't matter.
Wembley, you have to get the Wembley ones out for the next one, mate.
Yeah. I remember when we had a bit of I think that Wembley season where we got to Wembley, and we had a fairly decent FA Cup run, or maybe it was just a couple of matches, but we were singing. Tell your mum to put the champagne on ice. We're going to Wembley twice. Okay, sirrah, sirrah. Love those days, mate. Absolutely love those days. Brilliant.
Love it, yeah. Any time we've got to go to Wembley since was because of Tottenham, wasn't it? But I think, like we said on the John Bailey interview, no one scored there. So Bailey will be shaking a bit at the moment, thinking that a Bournemouth player could score at Wembley soon.
It's good to see that Jonathan Woodgate's got a direct line with this YouTube channel, mate. I always wondered what happened when they got their sort of earpiece in. What are they listening to? It's obviously us. Lewis coming on by the sounds of it.
What do you think I'm behind, mate? I'm having to, I'm trying to talk to Woodgate. I've got him on a Zoom call in the corner.
Yeah.
But, oh God, Sammy had a dream in 2016 to start a Cherries podcast from his home. It's quite hard to do that on. He had features and chat, but time was lacked. Sean went to New Zealand, but Jeff brought it back. She's off.
Love it. Mr. Tiggs. He is the creative one in our team, isn't he? He's most definitely the creative one.
He's got the most creative facial hair, hasn't he?
He has. I'm the sort of geek. Jeff's the cool, calm head. You're the raw, passionate fan, and I'm just a person pressing buttons. That's basically what the dynamic is. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
You go, we go. You're all right, Sam, and then you just come on and go. Oh, I can hear a little bit of a mutter. We're going, That's you got to have one, Sam. You got to have them. No, I'm looking forward. If we go through it, I'm looking forward to a big Tigsy voice note later, aren't you? Oh.
Yeah, I am. You know what? On one of the last podcasts we did, it all sounded relatively good. I mean, there's always echoes because we're at home, whatever. We haven't got studio equipment, but I turned my volume up, and I was like, "Oh, Jeff, there's a slight buzz from your USB." there. And he was like fiddling around with the cable, thinking, "No, there's still a buzz. And in the end, I think he just pulled out of frustration. He was like, "You know what? I'm going to go bareback. I'm not going to wear a headset. I'm just going to go full on in without one." And it turned out to be a great podcast in the end. And you know what, mate? I've got to say, I really enjoyed that tier list that we did with Jeff and Neil. It was a good topic to cover, but it was such a laugh as well.
Yeah, no, really good. It was good because there was so many different people and different experiences and what we think about each manager. So it was good to go through them individually and have a bit of a laugh with it. And because it's going to be a difficult one. I think we're all Bournemouth fans at the end of the day, aren't we? So whoever gets the job will back. But yeah, it's interesting to see people's thoughts because I think we all kind of are quite similar, and that's why it works. But equally, we all have different opinions in it, and it works quite well, I think. But yeah, Joe Pasquale hasn't replied to us yet, has he? Shame.
No, he hasn't. I'm, quite disappointed with that. Jamie here says, "What's your Twitch channel?" It's not something we're really concentrating on to grow it. I'm not even sure whether we got any followers, but it's twitch.tv/AFCB podcast. Basically, we are at AFCB podcast for everything. These videos are not technically a podcast, even though people call them podcasts. They're not. We've got a weekly podcast, which is on your mobile phone. Search Back of the Net Bournemouth. And then we have the other videos on YouTube. It's almost outgrown the actual podcast itself. But anyway, it is what it is. Twitch.tv/AFCB podcast. Yes, Jeff, I said that. Shouldn't have. Tier list was great.
If this wasn't live, you'd be going, I need to edit that out. I said bareback. Don't worry about it, Sam. It's absolutely fine. Oh, no, you're looking scared. What's happening?
Lewis Cook's marauding forward. He is. He's got Junior Stanislas on the left-hand flank here. Oh, I tell you what, Burnley have got men back. But I tell you what, that was looking good. You see that, mate? You see that?
Yeah, I'm on it now. It's marauding.
Really good. Really good. I tell you what, I'm going to have to crank up the crowd sounds here because this is you know what? We are sort of doing the whole soak it up thing and then playing on the counter by the looks of it. And when we do, we're looking quite dangerous.
I agree with what Tigsy said there as well. That when we done that away day tier list, which was kind of irrelevant because then we couldn't go to any away days, which was funny. Don't you miss just doing a little podcast in a beer garden? That was class, wasn't it? We done that in what pub did we do that in?
Rope and Anchor.
That's it. Nice pub. But I think it wasn't that long ago, and we were talking about away days, and we can't go on any. I mean, we would have been going to Hooters this weekend, Nottingham.
Don't, mate. If you're watching at home, 66 minutes gone. We're 21 minutes into the second half. One day I'll invest in a proper score system, but as yet you're stuck with this, so at least you know where we're at in the second half.
Nearly on 100 likes, Sam.
On 100 likes?
Nearly.
Oh, but we want 200 though.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just letting them know that they're nearly halfway there. Oh,
so what is it?
Halfway there.
So what is going to happen then, mate? The pub crawl videos were great, said Chris. Yeah, we did a few of them. One of my favourites to do was if you ever get the chance after this game, hopefully with a smile on your face, watch the vlog I did with one of my mates called Andy Clark, and we started at the Moon in the Square in Bournemouth, and we made our way to Dean Court, and then I think please drink responsibly and all that. But we were on it from about 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And at the end, I was trying to sound really eloquent, but we vlogged the whole day. So we went to the Moon in the Square, and then the next pub was somewhere at the Lansdowne, like the George Taps or whatever, and then the Christopher Creek, and then somewhere else. It was it was a really good day, and we beat Villa that day 2-1 as well. So it was one of my favourite vlogs to do, because when everything comes together, mate, there's a match day is perfect when it all and like an away game as well. An away day when everything just comes together, it's always good, isn't it?
Oh, it's ideal, mate. Some of the away days we had, like Fulham and Watford and Southampton and Chelsea. We've had some brilliant ones, haven't we? Oh, Burnley fan here.
Cheers, Lewis.
Cheers,
fair
mate.
play, mate. You know what? And
always like Burnley.
Always like Burnley. And what? You know what, Lewis? I'll tell you what. We're in here, mate. Sam, sorry to pull the trigger on this left foot. Oh, corner. Was that a free? No, it's
corner.
Yeah, it's a corner. Yeah, Lewis, I've got to say, mate, I do like my away days at Burnley, despite the fact we always get beaten, because we always go to the cricket club, have a few beers. And Tom, do you remember that day where we got absolutely smashed 4-0? It was a beautiful sunny day though, wasn't it? And we were sat there on that little stand outside the cricket club, having a few beers, absolutely gorgeous, getting our tan on. And then obviously the players were on the beach as well.
Cricket going on. What was it that one where there was cricket going on? Yeah.
Yeah, there was cricket going on, and then we went to the ground, and that obviously the day was not particularly great, I've got to say. Burnley 4-0, and then I've watched the 3-0 there, the VAR debacle. Cross coming in for the corner. Oh, header just wide, and that was Cameron Carter-Vickers, mate.
CV.
My God.
CV. I keep going on about us needing a manager with a good CV. We've already got CCV. Who needs a good CV? Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, Burnley is a as a team.
Like I said at the start, mate. I mean, I'm sure they're used to it, getting all the jokes and stuff. But the fact is, the cards they're dealt, what Sean Dyche's done there is unbelievable. What's the point of them going and trying playing silky football? Do you know what I mean? They'll be relegated. They do what they do, and they're really, really good at it. So, credit to them. I mean, I'll tell you what, I think I've caught up with you.
Oh my God, mate! Hang on. There's all this shit on chat, but I don't know whether to believe it or not yet.
Shut up.
There's a few people. No, it's not. Right. Okay. Best football moments. You know what? I'm not even going to block. I'm not even going to time out. I might just block. See you later. He's gone. George, I will have you back because you're a nice guy. But at the end of the day, mate, we're trying to do a watch along here, mate.
What are they saying if nothing's happened? That makes sense. Get a little kick out of it.
I don't know. It's a shame, but I'll feel bad if we do actually go on to school right now because
you have to go and unblock them all.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Like you say about Sean Dyche, he's done such a good job there. And despite the fact that when we lost 3-0 to Burnley, their fans were singing Eddie Howe, thank he went back. Because we were obviously singing the, like Eddie had a dream, and but a lot of Burnley fans, I think now, are just almost numb to that period of time now, because like what Sean Dyche has done has completely surpassed what Eddie Howe's done. And Andy Hodgson, I think, was very diplomatic about it and said, he was fine. Him and Jason were fine. He didn't say they were good, but he said that they were fine. And it's just a period of time where, to be fair, like Eddie did make some good signings for Burnley at that point in time. But what he did on the pitch, I remember as a Bournemouth fan always being interested in their results. And it was one week was a win, and then it was a loss, then it was a win, then it was a loss. And it was like that relentlessly. And in the end, when we had the chance to get him back, though, it's his home. Yeah. It fits him. It fits his family. Obviously, he had to come back for family reasons. It just made sense. So I can understand why there's not really any feeling towards Eddie anymore. But Sean Dyche, fantastic job, and he's got a pub named after him, Tom.
Does he? That's brilliant.
Yeah, the Royal Dyche. Dyche.
No, what we'll say is Eddie he set some foundations there. When he went in there, he had to get rid of their two biggest earners. I think one was Chris Eagles. I think it might have been Mears or someone. But he was told he got the job basically because they saw what he was doing on a budget, and they went, "We need someone on a budget because we need to sell our best players." He done that. He brought in Ben Mee, who's their captain now. Do you know what I mean? He's like, he's being rested tonight because he's that important to him. So he laid the foundations, but like you said, it didn't quite work. And sometimes, just like players, sometimes there's a fit, isn't there? Eddie Howe fit with us, and Sean Dyche has just been a perfect fit for Burnley, hasn't he? And it is what it is. You got to accept that banter from them. I'll be singing the same if it was the other way around. But I do remember banting them off when they had loads of T-shirts just before that 2-1 win about European tour.
Oh, yeah.
And their European tour ended up by playing Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And then they went out of the qualifiers, didn't they? Well, that's brilliant. But,
there's a question for you from Ethan, mate. What's the furthest away game you've done for Bournemouth? Have you done Carlisle?
Yeah, I've done Carlisle 3 times.
Surely that's got to be it then, right?
Yeah, I would have thought so. I'm just, I assume, that's the furthest. I'd done that 3 times. Went there when we got relegated, Kevin Bond. Went there when we won a cup game, which then got me priority to go to the Wigan game. I remember that. What was the other one? I've been at Carlisle a few times. I think it's almost like you feel like you've got to go because Carlisle. I went on the bloody club coach. Oh, it took ages.
Club coach, my God.
But I feel like, even though it's not, I remember feeling like Hartlepool was the furthest just because it was a Tuesday night, so it just felt a bit longer because I got back at such a ridiculous time. Hartlepool, and that was when Christian Atsu and that played. It was a cup game. Yeah, but it's got to be Carlisle, mate. Unless I end up going Europe or a friendly abroad, I ain't going to go any further than Carlisle. What about you?
I'm just trying to think now. I'm not sure whether I've been
Newcastle?
to Carlisle. I don't know. I've done a lot. No, haven't done Newcastle, which was no. I never did it.
Borough or Sunderland?
Pardon?
Borough or Sunderland?
Yeah, I've been to Middlesbrough. Done sort of Preston. You've done a lot of the Yorkshire clubs, but Carlisle. I've got to dig deep if I'm going to Carlisle. I've got to think, right, I'm gonna go. I've got to psych myself up for it, really.
Oh yeah, that's why I've been single 8 years, mate. Because they want to, I'm on Tinder. Girls want to go on a date. I'm going to Carlisle at the weekend.
Yeah,
I'm still single, mate. Jesus.
Philly was the furthest. He said David Cordell. Was that the one where that goalkeeper threw it into his own net?
Oh yeah, that was class. And didn't Max Gradle get sent off?
Did he?
He got sent off in America. I can't remember if it was Philadelphia one. Someone remind me on the chat. It was a friendly, and he just started having a tear up with someone, Maxi Gradle. I can't remember. I was watching it at like a ridiculous time on the AFCB TV. It was a Periscope stream. I think someone in the stadium had it.
Was it?
I was watching some bloke. Yeah.
I honestly cannot remember that, but I certainly remember that.
15 minutes to go. We're going. Yeah. We're going to win.
Mate, there's a chance. There's a chance, and you know what? I think we need some AFC Bournemouth chants going on. So come on, let's get these going. We'll keep the red flag flying high. To Wembley. We'll keep the red flag flying high. Mate, you're miming. There's no X Factor, is it? Come on, you've got to get involved. Well, he might as well be in hearsay, mate. Oh no, was that Minnesota?
Minnesota
keeper
sounds
did that.
Good shout. That or the Gradle one. I don't know what they're on about. It's one about the Gradle or the. I can't remember the times, but yeah, there was definitely one of them America games, like you say. I can't remember if the one with the keeper chucked in was the same one as the Gradle or if that was the other one.
Yeah, I would. Oh, Burnley have just had a shot that's a bit of a loopy one. Begovic just claimed it. Yeah, as Tom said.
Can't cope, mate.
So Tom, I don't know the FA Cup draw whatsoever at this point in time. Do you know who's left in it in terms of the teams you would quite like to face in the next round if we had the chance?
Man U v West Ham is later, so I would predict Man United. So I wouldn't want them. I think once you get to quarterfinals, you don't want a big hard game, do you? You want the easiest you can possibly get.
Yeah.
So you've got either Man U or West Ham, so avoid that. City against Swansea, assuming City get through, avoid that. Sheffield United v Bristol City.
Yeah.
I want the winners of that. Sheffield United v Bristol City.
You take that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Leicester, Brighton, Everton, Tottenham, Wolves, Southampton, Barnsley, Chelsea. So I think I would take the winner of Sheffield United, Bristol City, or the winner of Wolves, Southampton.
Corner. Yeah, corner. Yeah, I completely agree with that because, Bristol City we've done it against before. Sheffield United, not exactly, the best team in the Premier League at the moment, as the league table shows. They're picking up a little bit of form at the moment, but even still, not too good. Let's ramp up this atmosphere. Come on.
Come on.
Yes. Come on, lads. Come on. Corner 77. What's your timestamp there?
77, 10 seconds.
Yeah, mate, you're still 10 seconds behind me. Come on. I'll tell you what, mate, I'm starting to feel a little bit tense. Where's my heart rate monitor?
I can't cope anymore.
And, it's funny, right? Because, let's face it, we're not going to be able to go. We're not going to be able to go this season to Wembley if we were to make it.
I love how we're talking about Wembley. Come on!
If the scores stay the same, we're 90 minutes away.
We're 90 minutes away. And like you say, if you were to get Sheffield United or Bristol City,
yeah,
then you're almost nearly favourites. You know what I mean? I hope we get a home draw in the next round if we go through. That's all I care about, actually. Let's get a home draw.
Yeah. Anything could happen if we get a home draw, I've got to say. You know what, though? No clear-cut chances for Burnley, I've got to say. And when we're breaking, we're looking all right.
Oh, it's good. There haven't really been any. I thought this game would be filled with yellow cards as well. I thought Lerma and Pearson and, the Burnley players, I thought it would be filled with it, but that hasn't been at all.
So Lewis, I saw I did see your preview video, actually, that had Craig and also Cherries fan John Spark on it. Thought it was really good, mate. Best luck with your channel and everything you're doing. I absolutely love seeing fans putting YouTube content together to support their club because it's hard and it's a commitment. But fair play, mate. Just keep at it, and make sure you keep spreading the word. And well done with it. I thought it was really good. Right on the right flank, Pearson cross. Oh, is that over the head?
Can't cope.
I'll tell you what, mate. We're finding. Oh no, offside.
Can't cope with this one. Oh, I find this difficult now. Oh, is Junior gonna carry on? Do you know what I mean? He's been out for a bit. I worry it when Junior's still on the pitch, but trying to think of what options we got on the bench. Put Lewis on, isn't he? Don't know.
Have you been to a match at Wembley? Yes, Heather. A little game in night. I mean, I've been to Wembley a few times actually, watching England, and I've seen FA Cup semis and all sorts there. But at the new one and the old one, to be fair, I saw the last game at the old Wembley, which is England v Germany. We lost 1-0. I think it was a Didi Hamann long strike.
Didn't Kevin Keegan resign after the game?
Yeah, he did. I was there at that last one. I went to the Twin Towers a couple of times, a few times actually, and in fact quite a lot of times because my school always put on trips on the Wednesday night games. And at the new one, I've been there for a few times.
Played Tottenham as well.
Yeah, of course. But last time, you randomly went to watch an LDV Trophy final there a couple of years ago. Oxford United v someone.
So that is. Let me guess.
I
Did
just
you
did,
vlog
but-
it?
Huh?
Did you vlog it?
No, like we didn't have a YouTube channel at that point in time, but I mean, I should have. Fans' perspective or whatever. I'm sure I could find some kind of tenuous AFC Bournemouth link there. But yeah,
I've done one England game. Yeah, I've done one England game. At the
but
new
1998, Heather.
Oh.
My God, yeah, Bournemouth got to Wembley. I mean, I know you're a new AFC Bournemouth fan, but if you have a look through some of the John Bailey interview, you'd have seen footage of that goal. The only Cherries player to score at Wembley. Junior Stanislas did put it in the net at Wembley when we lost to Spurs 5-0. However, it was flagged for offside. And John Bailey admitted on the interview that he was rather chuffed with that because his name is still in the record books as AFC Bournemouth's only goal scorer here. 81 minutes gone, Tom. 81 minutes gone.
I feel like that was my first kind of football memory, really. It was 7.
I know I am, I'm sure I am, I Bournemouth till I die. You can hear the final whistle on that clip, but sadly we are not at that stage yet. We've got, I'll tell you what though, mate, we are looking pretty strong at the back. I've got to say, whenever we're being, tested with these crosses in, we're looking fairly good. I've got to say.
Johnny Woodgate Spalio, mate. Johnny Woodgate Spalio. Cheers, Maud.
Jamie, let's not run before we can walk, eh? Let's not run before we can walk.
Oh, I can't wait for the final.
However, though, yeah, of course, I'll tell you what, there's a foot race here going on, but Burnley defender's done a good job there.
Oh, come on, boys, see him out.
Oh, mate, my internet's just cut out.
What?
You may have to do the. Hopefully, this isn't my internet.
What's your game stopped?
My game stopped.
Brilliant. Can't beat it. This is what you want from a watchalong, Sammy.
Well,
we got a free kick, I think.
Andy Clark, who was on that Villa vlog. We're just restarting the stream this end here, mate. So hopefully, I'll be back on it very soon. Fingers crossed, we're all right.
Yeah, have that. Give me all that about being ahead. Yeah, a bit of karma there, Sammy. What's going on there, eh? No, we're all right.
Oh,
Still winning, don't worry about it. We're offside.
He says, sorry, there's a problem this end, so mate, I ain't got any clue what the hell's going on here. Hopefully we'll be able to restart it and everything's going on. George, I'll unblock you after the game, but the thing is, when we get a score update that is false, I'm just going to block people. So, after the game, I can't do it now because it'll take ages. We're just having a bit of a restart here, so mate, I don't know what's going on at all. You're going to have to talk me through what's happening. What's happening, Tom? Tell me.
That's why we're offside. They got a free kick. Don't worry about it. We're going to Wembley. Don't worry. Don't even need to watch it, mate. Absolutely fine. Yeah, we're all good. Got the ball. Yeah, it's all fine, mate. Not a lot going on at the moment. But yeah, don't know what's going on your end, but mine seems all right at the moment. It'd be more worrying if they both went, wouldn't it? Oh, you're doing a Sam Surrey's tattoo. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm going to get a billion wig for the next round if we win this.
I would put, if I had to, I would do a Sam tattoo. No, actually, I wouldn't even do that. How narcissistic is that? Getting my own name printed on my skin. Yeah.
Sam, you got storage. Yeah, right, of course it is, mate.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Sam Surrey.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What could I... Who's your man of the match at the moment, Sam? Because I think Surridge deserves a shout for, at the moment, if it stayed like this, match winner and work the socks off. But I think the lads in the middle of the park, Billing, Pearson, CCV, some good shouts, isn't there, in there?
Billing and Pearson, I think, have done really well.
Ooh,
I'm back in
the
action. I'm back in here with the action, mate, and I might even be on the same time loop as you as well. 84 minutes and 40 seconds here.
It's him.
Yellow card. Fight happening. This is what we like to see, mate. You love to see it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, have that. And equally in that first half, I thought Stacey was playing brilliant. So I just really hope that's not a bad injury. I hope it's just precaution. What had happened here? Lewis Cook. What is he doing? They just lost their heads, didn't they? Lost their heads. Same old Bournemouth. We're taking the piss.
So, mate, I No, actually, I'll have that conversation with you afterwards. I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to run before we can walk, mate. But I just feel as though, we need to be considering Woodgate. If it's him that's done this so far, got us playing how it is. We just don't know, because his arrival just might have shifted like team mentality. We might have got rid of the, not that Jason Tyndall's a bag. I mean, obviously we've got rid of Tyndall. We've got, Josh King's gone, and you're sort of wondering, like, was it within the squad? Maybe it was. They didn't play for Eddie, they didn't play for JT.
I've always said about Woodgate, and I've always said that he's one of the best about. He's one of the best about. He always has been. Like, how none of the big boys have gone for him? No, I don't know. I mean, it's what it is, isn't it? You get a bit of a bounce, I think, sometimes. You do get.
Mate, oh my God! I think we got a penalty.
For us. Gonna win the fucking cup.
And that's Jeff Hayward saying it, mate. If Jeff Hayward is saying it, I believe it. Neil Whedon, a load of other people. We're behind here, but it looks as though we got a penalty. And let's talk our way through this now. The ball is on the left flank at the moment. It's put into the box. Philip Billing. That's Sam Surridge brought down, and that time the referee has given it. Oh my God! Right, I'm not going to look at the chat now. I'm not going to look at the chat. Do not look at the chat, mate. This needs to be an authentic reaction here coming on. Ball just popped through. Was that Rico? It came off Billing's back, and Sam Surridge ran onto it, and then he got a touch. And if it's Junior Stanislas that's going to be taking the penalty, he's still on the pitch, right?
Yeah. A little back ball from Billing. What a play. Sam Surridge, mate, causing them havoc. I love him.
Right.
He's
Let's see what happens here. Junior Stanislas. Oh my God! Come on, Junior. Oh, he's having a chat with the referee. A little bit of tension here. The keeper's kind of playing mind games here. Looks a very young keeper, I've got to say, mate. Yeah. Shall I hold off with my celebration, mate, or just go for it? Because I know that you're a bit behind.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Junior Stanislas. Here it comes. Breathes out, hands on hips, looks at the floor.
It'll be the same now. Go
on, Junior, go on. Easy. Come on. Oh my God, mate.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. Bournemouth have scored. Oh, that's a thing of beauty, mate. A thing of beauty. Good finish. You know what? Sometimes he does that pen where he just dinks it into the middle of the net, and he just, the keeper could just stand there and catch it like that, but he doesn't. Strides up to the ball, right foot, inside of his right. It would have been a good height for the keeper had the keeper gone that way, but we're now 2-0 up, and we're looking like, mate, we are into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. What the hell?
Hey, come on.
Oh my God. Well happy with that. Well happy. Oh my God.
About 2 penalties, mate. Didn't need them.
This is beautiful. Wembley, you are not ready. What about Billing's pass to Surridge that came off his back that Neil said? That was, Billing, quality in the box.
Off air, you can confirm this. Off air, I've been saying to Sam, Woodgate, Philip Billing. That's just what we got to build the club around them 2 people. I've always said it. Always said it.
Oh, mate, well happy.
Take the piss out of them.
Some of these comments absolutely brilliant. Jamie, get the hell in. David Cordell, yes. Wembley, here we come, said Morgan. Goal. Come on, you Cherries. Get in. Yes, come on, you. I mean, look, we could be here all day putting these. Game, set, match, said Dom. Superb. Immediate feeling, Tom, as there's 10 seconds to go, my end.
You said, you mentioned bareback earlier. What a bareback pass from Philip Billing that was. Unbelievable. And they just Pearson's been superb as well. I mean, I can't see us ever losing a football match again.
Well happy, mate. Well,
Jeffy Hayward's happy as well. I'll tell you what, there's no better sight than Jeff Hayward with a smile on his face, is there, Sam? You can confirm that. Why is everyone saying we've got City? Have we got City in the next round?
What?
Is that just people saying it, or I don't know? Is that people just assuming
Man City?
I don't know. A few people said it in the chat. I don't know if that's just them like joking, saying, "Oh, we're bound to get City," or because they're the only other FA Cup game tonight. So I don't know if it's already been said that. I don't know. I mean, bring City on, mate. We got Philip Billing. I mean, imagine Phil Foden trying to cope with Phil Billing. No chance.
People have been asking, mate, if we're doing a
draw Thursday.
The draw is Thursday night. That's absolutely fine. People have been asking, Tom, whether we're doing a free-for-all. No, we're not tonight. There's no free-for-all. But what we're going to do is a 20-second takeover. And that's going to be coming your way. And we're going to get you on screen and we'll give you 20 seconds. Look, we're going to be finishing this at 7:15. Kirk, who's a long-time contributor to the channel, he's got his own channel called Cherries Red Army. They're doing a free-for-all format at 7:15. Go and subscribe to Cherries Red Army if you haven't. 7:15. But we will pop a link on chat and we'll be giving fans 20 seconds to say what they got to say, and then you're going to be gone. So compose your thoughts. If you can't say it in 20 seconds, don't come on at all. And we'll get you on, we'll cycle through it, and then we'll be done ASAP. So yeah, we will do a 20-second takeover. Keith says, get the Hayward on. Is Jeff ready?
Get Jeff Hayward on. Get Jeff Hayward on. Get Jeff Hayward on. We want Jeff. Oh,
we want Jeff.
That'd be good. That'd be good. That you can do a lot of good things in 20 seconds. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't match Phil Billing. Phil Billing. That's my 5-word match report. Philip Billing is the GOAT. Yeah. All right. Jeff called it, didn't he? Last pod, he said, "I want Billing back in."
Man of the match. Philip Billing. You know, there are lots of mentions to be had today. Pearson as well. Sam Surridge. You know, we could wax lyrical, really, couldn't we, Tom?
I think the fact what you got to say about Sam Surridge is we got 2 goals thanks to Sam Surridge. He won the penalty and he scored the first goal. Do you know what I mean? And what more can he do if he doesn't play at the weekend? If I was him, I'd be banging on the manager's door saying, "What more can I do?"
Yeah.
I think Sam Surridge has been absolutely excellent. Billings ran the show, unbelievable. Billings back pass, just see the replay. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that is the literal definition of a back pass, isn't it? Because that's exactly what it was. And you know what?
Billing, put your back into it.
I'm pleased for Sam, by the way, mate, because he should have had a penalty early doors, shouldn't he? Really?
It's true, actually. We could have had out of the 2 potential penalties we could have got one of them quite comfortably. Lerma with a late yellow, love that from Jeff. Absolutely. He's played better today as well.
Right, if you want to get involved, that's the link at the bottom there. afcbpodcast.com/cup, and it's all over. Bournemouth have won. Let's crank up the volume.
Come on! Oh, Bournemouth,
we love you. Right, that's the address you need to go to, and I'll pop it in chat. You'll have 20 seconds because we don't want to take the shine away from Kirk's channel. So we're going to call it the 20-second takeover. Prepare your thoughts and get involved. I've just popped the link up on chat there. And we're going to actually just go for it and see people's opinions in 20 seconds. We're just going to say go. We're not going to ask you for any specific questions. We're just going to say you go, and then it's over to you. All right. So people are starting to filter in now. Just go to afcbpodcast.com/cup, or if not, you can also go to the link that we've just posted across the live chats as well. Tom, a commanding performance, I would say.
Brilliant, mate. Honestly, couldn't have asked for much more, could we? I mean, kept the door closed, clean sheet. They didn't really look like they were going to score. I didn't think the whole point of the game. We created opportunities. Thought Stanislas was getting close to Surridge, which was good, but Surridge worked his socks off. Midfield 3 were unbelievable. Ticked every single box tonight, and it was really good to have that feeling back again in there, and the momentum swinging. Here we go.
It is. It really is. Mate,
Woodgate in.
I'm absolutely chuffed with the way it's been. Can you still hear me okay, by the way? Because I've made a few audio changes, my end. You can. Right, okay. Are you ready for the 20-second takeover? It's happening now. I can see a lot of people standing by. You've got 20 seconds to have your thoughts and then you'll be off. We haven't got a timer on screen. However, it will just be really interesting to hear what you've got to say. Oh my goodness. Right then. So, who's the first person that we're going to bring in? It is Morgan Scott. Morgan, 20 seconds. What do you think of that game? Go, 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 go.
Incredible. Super Sam. Philip Bingham, man of the match. Excellent. Wembley, here we come.
He's done well there.
You've still got another 10 seconds.
You've got 10 seconds, Morgan.
We're going to win the league. We're back to positive ways. Anything is possible. We might even win the Champions League the way we're going. We're getting in.
He's gone. Morgan, absolutely brilliant. Morgan Scott, thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming on. Right, that was a solid start. Tom, out of 10, what are you going to give him?
20 out of 10 because it's 20 seconds. He's getting it.
Right, next, the boss, the champ, the chairman. 20 seconds to Jeff Hayward. Jeff, go, 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 go.
Beating Burnley.
Right, that was a solid start. Tom, out of 10, what are you going to give him?
Beating Burnley with Billings back. Nothing beats that.
Next, the boss, the champ, the chairman. I can hear myself on your laptop, Jeff. So I'll give you another 10 seconds.
Beating Burnley with Billings back. Nothing gets better than that.
Jeff Hayward, absolutely superb. Could hear himself about 5 times, but it's fine. Right, Tom, rating out of 10 there. I'm going to give him 2 out of 10 because of the bad audio. Right, next we're going to give John a go. John, you've got 20 seconds. Sum that one up for me, please.
Cherries bought the chair. I've got my beer. We're all happy here. Fantastic game tonight. Cherries, the best bite. The creme de la creme. We're going to go up to the Prem. Let's go.
What an absolute hero. Absolutely superb. Brilliant stuff there. So, Daniel is next from Florida. Daniel, in 20 seconds, I hope you got all your thoughts composed. Ready? It's over to you. Go, 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 go.
Oh, amazing. We better play like that in the championship. If we don't, this club is going to suffer. We better play like that. Done.
He's done already. Straight to the point. We love to see that. Daniel, thank you so much. If you want to come on and have your brief say, go to afcbpodcast.com/cup. We've got Jamie who's next. Jamie's preparing his thoughts. He's wearing his shirt with pride and he's on screen next. Jamie, 20 seconds. Go.
We're going to the Prem. That's all I can say. We're all the way to the Prem. Yes, that's it.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point. He knows what's happening. That's Jamie. He didn't even need 20 seconds. James Reed's on with us though, and James Reed is coming up next, and he looks as though he's got something prepared. I don't know, but he looks like he's ready for it. In 20 seconds, I want to hear him wax lyrical about this. Jamie's on. Jamie, what do you think? How are you?
Dude.
How are you, buddy? What do you think of the game?
Yeah, dude.
Are we going to win the FA Cup?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mate, what a star. What an absolute star. Superb. Right, next, we've got, I think this is George here. George is here. So, George, 20 seconds. Here we go, George. Go for it. You got to unmute yourself, George. The tension is palpable. It's not going to happen, is it? Right, Filippo, 20 seconds.
I want this to be special.
I'm warming myself up for Filippo. By the way, if you're watching, there it is, afcbpodcast.com/cup. And I'm also going to post it in the chat as well. If you want to take part, we'd love to hear you in the 20-second takeover. Next, Filippo, 20 seconds. Here we go.
Yes, Sam. Amazing performance. Perfect. What if we kept Jonathan Woodgate for the rest of the season until the end? Wembley, here we come.
Yes. It was never in doubt.
Up the Cherries! Up
Yes.
the Cherries!
We bloody knew it. We knew we knew he would disappoint. Right, we'll try George one more time, see if his audio is going to work. 20 seconds, here we go. I sound like Stephen Mulhern or Roy Walker on Catchphrase where they take the little thing away. What's Mr. Chips doing? Right, George, hopefully you can hear us now. George. Unmute your mic. Oh, you're gone. You've been kicked out. Right, sorry about that. Craig Beasley's here. 20-second challenge, Craig. 20-second challenge. And we all know that he loves to talk about Bournemouth. Can he do it within 20 seconds? I reckon he's prepared. Craig Beasley, 20 seconds. Rate that performance.
Absolutely fantastic performance. 10 out of 10. Fantastic. Pearson was brilliant. Outstanding. Through to the next round of the Cup. We're going to Wembley for only £99.
Mate, superb. Craig Beasley there. He did a good job with that. You've got to say.
Yes,
good job with that, Craig Beasley there. Johnny next. 20-second takeover. If you want to take part, we'll do this for another 2 minutes. AFCBpodcast.com/cup. We go to Johnny next. See what Johnny's got to say. Here he is. Johnny, got 20 seconds. Over to you, buddy.
We're the best team in the world. Stanislas is the best player in the world. We're going to Wembley. We're going to win the Cup. And we're going back to the Premier League. And we're the best team in the world.
Get in,
Done.
Johnny. That's the best one. That's the best one of the night so far. Johnny, thank you so much.
Would you think we're going over the top about beating Burnley at all?
No, never. Mate, I've still got the timer on my screen. Like people must be thinking.
Keep it going.
People must be thinking this is the longest amount of extra time we've ever had. We'll take that off screen. Chris Hubble, your device isn't connected. Jamie, I'll try you one more time, and then we'll probably wrap it up and sum up the game. George, your mic is muted. No, we're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there.
Oh, that was good. Done well, the boys there.
Oh, they did. You know what? It's nice to get a few fans on. We might do that more often, actually. Really enjoyed it. So some comments coming through. What a win. Football won against anti-football Burnley. And all the usuals praising Billy the Goat, legend Craig. Keith Thomas said that would be hard for Craigie to keep it to 20 seconds. He did, you got to say. Keith, he can't come on. Keith, shame, mate. Shame you can't come on. Never mind, eh? Oh my goodness! Apparently there's a bit of echo, which I will make sure I stop. We go. That should sort that. Mate, really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed it.
Mate, unbelievable. Now we are having a bit of a run with these watch-alongs. I kind of thought, I don't know if it will continue tonight. I thought, looked at the team, and like we said, I thought, we'll give them a game. But the way we've been playing at the moment, Burnley are pretty much safe in the Premier League. I thought they would have a bit too much, but there's only one team that looked like a Premier League side. They couldn't cope with us, mate, that first half. And then they come out, gave it a little bit of the second half, but we were comfortable. I thought we just soaked the pressure up really well. And then when we got the opportunities, mate, Surridge caused them problems and got the goal, won the penalty. So there's no more he could do. And I thought, as we've said, the midfield and defence were just solid. Really important to get that clean sheet as well. We just ticked every box tonight. I didn't think there was anything that we didn't do well. Just really, really pleased. Really good to see. And credit to Woodgate as well. He deserves it.
I want to know who we're going to get in the next round, because if it is there are some beatable teams there, Tom. There are some beatable teams.
Once you get to the quarterfinals, it's very difficult to find a nice tie. It's pretty obvious on paper that you want the winner of Sheffield United or Bristol City. For anyone else are going to be favourites against us. You could argue that if Sheffield United win, they'd still be favourites. But we're going to probably be big underdogs, but we're underdogs tonight. And if we keep the form going, I'm not being funny. When you get to a quarterfinal of any tournament, if you're the player, you want to win because you want to get to Wembley. And there'll be more players in the other teams that have played at Wembley more than our players. There'll be people that really want to prove a point there. And to be honest, I back us now. And I'm just going to should we just withdraw any back of the net funds and put it on Bournemouth to win the cup or what? Cheers, Chris.
Well, mate, if we're going to be doing these all day long, Ollie, Alan, mate, get in. Well, if we're going to be doing these, our 100% win record.
Philip Billings, best player of the competition, I think. Best FA. He's going to get the FA Cup team of the season. Oh, mate.
And you know what? I'm just looking back now, and we had chances, mate. I mean, Philip Billing, where he flashed it wide in the first half. Junior Stanislas with that volley on the right foot, which just flashed wide.
Penalty shouts.
A couple of penalty shouts, which, I mean, Sam Surridge did his best to miss that first one, but, put it in the roof of the net. But, mate, what's going to happen on Saturday now then? Because there are a few players out there that have put in a shift and are going to be knocking at Jonathan Woodgate's door, aren't there?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think what we got to remember is we don't know how much that'll take out the players. People like Billing played a full game today, and like I said, depends on the opposition as well. I still expect Billing playing that advanced role tonight. He was brilliant, but you'd still expect Jack Wilshere to come in. That's why he's been rested. Wilshere would say, "Well, you rested me because you needed me for Saturday, so you're playing me." Do you know what I mean? And I think it depends on the opposition. I thought he played the right team tonight. Hoping Stacey's not too bad, but really impressed with Cookie and CCV as a pairing as well. That looks really good. And Rico might get himself back in because I thought he was better than Kelly's been. But, mate, just all positives and competition for places again. It's really, really good to see. So, I don't know, mate, but let's hope we turn a bit of a corner performance-wise now. Kick on. And, I'll tell you what, I really didn't expect us to win so comfortably.
Yeah, you know what? The scoreline probably flattered them, really, didn't it? Because I thought, I'm thinking where Begovic really had to work hard. And, the only shot that he had trouble with was the one that he actually messed up himself, where it kind of squirmed through his hands. But other than that, you kind of thinking...
Apart from the J. Rod chance that we hit over the bar.
Yeah.
He should have done better there, and that was at 1-0. So that was probably their moment. But when they missed that, I didn't... Apart from that, where we said that he was on his own a little bit, and we got the rub of the green with him hitting over the bar, didn't really get in, did they? They were long-range efforts, balls in the box, but we were getting in more than they were. So, yeah, really impressive, mate. Buzzing.
We've had our 20-second takeover so far with lots of fans. We're going to give this YouTube legend, actually, a little bit more time just because he's really helped us with what we're doing. It's Ollie May who's here with us. Ollie, how you doing, mate?
Very good, thank you. Yeah, I'll take that. YouTube legend, that's the first. I'm absolutely buzzing. Honestly. Tom, you summed it up there. Literally, what more can you say? And on top of that, Phil Billing, like you were saying, he's even in inspired form. If he could play in just FA Cups, I honestly think he would outdo some of the greatest footballers we've ever seen. It's ridiculous.
We've never doubted him, though, have we? No Bournemouth fans ever doubted him, so we all know.
No.
We all know. But no, brilliant to see him hitting some form, isn't it? I mean, is he knocking on the door for Saturday now?
Oh, he's got to be, isn't he? He's got to be. I mean, if you put performance in like that...
My only thing is, Ollie, I don't know if you agree, Billing look good tonight, and he looks good when he's a bit more advanced and he has two behind him. Well, is he going to... That means he's against Jack Wilshere for that role. Do you know what I mean? I think Billing's far better when he's got protection behind him and he can just be a bit free.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you saw tonight when Ben Pearson came in. I mean, by the way, I think he was fantastic as well tonight, was Pearson. And, like you're saying, he needs a little bit of support, Billing. And sometimes when he hasn't sort of got that around him and the team isn't playing well, I think it really stands out that he isn't playing well, more than sort of, say, your David Brooks or whatever, because he does sort of link the team together in the midfield. But like you say, if we can get sort of a contest between Jack Wilshere, Billing, maybe Lewis Cook, in terms of that sort of number 10 spot, I mean, that's fantastic going into the second half of the season, is it not?
Oh, absolutely superb. Did you do a watch along tonight, Ollie, as well?
Yeah, did a watch along tonight. Broadcasted for the game tonight. Absolutely incredible game to broadcast for. Obviously, I had quite a few Burnley fans in the broadcast as well, so try to be as neutral as possible.
Yeah, I was about to say, how do you find that? Because obviously, you're very professional with your streams. You've done a few Bournemouth ones before. Go subscribe to Ollie May, by the way. Just search Ollie May on YouTube and you'll find him. Excellent channel. Loads of AFC Bournemouth content on there, of course, as well. But do you find it quite hard to stay neutral?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I obviously we're not in the games at the moment, and I haven't been for quite a while. But when we were in the games, sort of in the Premier League seasons, I would sit in the media, and I know quite a few of the sort of the usual commentators that we would get at Dean Court, and a few of them teach me at university and things like that as well. So I sort of learned from them that you can't sometimes, if you're in a position where you've got to sort of be neutral and give a view of a match, you can't sort of be, and it's Stanislas, yes, and lob the headphones off and have the shirt going out. What I mean? It's not really an option at times. But yeah, I mean, tonight was one of them games where you had to be sort of as neutral as possible. But yeah, really enjoyed broadcasting it.
Yeah, I'd have struggled. I'd have definitely struggled being neutral tonight, mate. It was. I was getting a bit nervy, but I'm looking back on the game tonight. I don't know what you think. They didn't really get in, did they? I felt we were actually quite comfortable. Apart from I mentioned that Rodriguez chance where he missed a howler. Apart from that, I felt really comfortable tonight. I thought they'd put us under more pressure.
Yeah, well, it's nice of Jay Rodriguez to have 50 quid on Bournemouth win. I mean, what on earth was that? It was one of the moments there where
yeah. Wrong plug, mate. The wrong plug. Sorry.
Brilliant. Yeah, we're just mentioning about Jay Rodriguez's miss there, and Tom was saying that like we say, we didn't really seem too out of place tonight at too many stages where we were sort of on the ropes as such. But apart from that miss from Rodriguez, not a lot of really heart in your mouth moments tonight from Bournemouth, and that's something that I think throughout the years we've come sort of usually. Well, we're much more sort of ready to expect the difficult sort of run throughs and doing it the hard way and things. And I think tonight wasn't even one of them sort of games. Like you were saying earlier before I joined. There are no easy teams in the quarterfinals, and there are no easy teams in the last 16. And we made Burnley tonight look like they were the championship side. And you can't say any more. Brilliant result.
Yeah, fantastic. Sam, good to be back with us as well.
Yeah, sorry, mate. When you pull the plug out and you get the wrong one, it's always a bad thing. So yeah, I was asking. I don't know how far I got before it stopped. How do you find it trying to stay neutral, Ollie?
Yeah, I just said tonight was difficult, where I had to sort of try and not celebrate as much as I could. I think the first goal was sort of very much sort of neutral as it could be, sort of just a commentary over the goal. Oh, sorry, just scored. It's 1-0 to the away side, whatever. But as soon as the second goal went in, I think everybody from a Bournemouth perspective sort of realised we're actually going to do this. We're going to get into the last 8 of the FA Cup for the second time. And when that second goal went in, I think there was a little bit more of a celebration.
Brilliant. Ollie, thank you so much for coming on, and do subscribe to Ollie May on YouTube. His watchalongs are excellent, by the way. That's Ollie May. Thank you, Ollie.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. So there we go then. That is another
Sam, I'm on the wrong side.
Oh, mate.
It.
Hang on a minute, mate.
I feel out of... Oh, thank God for that.
There we go. Back to normal. Morgan wants to come on again by the looks of it. Go to Kirk's channel, Morgan. Have a word with him. If you go to Cherries Red Army, search Cherries Red Army on YouTube, and then you can get involved in that, because they are doing a Cherries Extra Time, which is a free-for-all format, in 7 minutes' time at 7:15. And Morgan, I'm sure you can go on there for as long as you want, mate. There we go. Final score then from Turf Moor was this: Burnley 0, Cherries 2. Tom, it's been a good day. It's been a good day.
Oh, it's been brilliant, mate. And absolutely brilliant. And Watchalong keeps going on. But no, really good, mate. Pleased for Woodgate, pleased for the boys, and how comfortable it was. Absolutely superb. We ticked every box tonight, defensively, offensively. Thought everyone was bang on it. So can't ask for much more, mate. And it's weird because it's not even 8 o'clock yet. So nice way to start the evening. And yeah, really chuffed, mate. Enjoyed it. And this is going all right, this Watchalong, isn't it? We keep leaving with a smile on our face.
Yeah, it has to be done. And well, what can I say? 2-0 against the Clarets then. I went for 2-1. So, you know what? I'm happy with that. I think this next draw, Thursday night, is going to be interesting, isn't it? Thursday night, whenever it's drawn, is going to be very interesting. We're all going to be watching that. And 90 minutes from Wembley, which is absolutely bizarre, mate. And you know what? We've got players out there that are starting to show that, you know, their Premier League quality that we perhaps should have witnessed towards the end of last season, but hey-ho, never mind. Hopefully that will continue in towards the rest of our championship campaign, and we certainly need it. Thank you so much, Jamie. Yes, Kieran. Yes, we won. Hit 2.8k subs. That's brilliant. We were 20 short of that at the start. So yeah, brilliant to know. Thank you very much, Jamie. Enjoy your evenings. My mum and dad are watching. Hey, lads on tour. Let's.
The ones that made him. They made the boss.
Tom, been an absolute pleasure.
Loved it as always, mate. Bring on Saturday and bring on Wembley.
Bring it on. See you in the next one. We might have a new manager by then.